I'm a nobody, baby. Light me up, pour me up, I'm gone. Got me seeing genies in a bottle. Liquor got me feeling like a wrestler. Call me Santiago. Everyone listen when I speak. Don't know shit about shit, but I know ball.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Two Nobodies with the Mic, episode 162. How's everyone doing out there? Guys, we are live on Instagram. We are live on YouTube. Thank you guys for joining us on this beautiful Wednesday night. Sports never lets us down, guys. There's always a new story. There's always some shit going down. And this week is that week again. We're going to talk, obviously, bracket, college football bracket. We have NBA talk. We have baseball talk. We have, obviously, NFL talk. And we're going to talk about it all, guys. Guys, this is an interactive show. So the more you interact, the more we have fun. The more you talk shit, the more we talk shit. It's encouraged here. We only have one rule, and that rule is, Jacob Hakatomi Plaza. What's that rule, man? Say it. Say it.
Don't be a loser.
Don't be a loser. It's right there. It's right there on that sweatshirt. Don't be a loser, because we're gonna talk gambling, man. What up, Ricksters? We're gonna talk gambling. We're gonna give lines. Obviously, let's do the introductions right now. We have Eddie Money, executive producer. What up, man?
What's up?
Still rocking with Ohio State, I see, huh?
OHIO, baby.
Loser.
Wow. All right. We're going to talk about that game too, baby. We're talking about that game too. Rafa went crazy on TikTok. People want to talk that shit. People want to talk that shit. People want to talk shit to me too. I got into it with the dude about that game, and we have plenty to talk about. Hakatomi Plaza from far, far away. I don't know how far away he is. What up, man? How's everything, man?
Salute. It's great. Fantastic.
Dude, Rafa. Well, let me introduce Rafa first. Rafa, the guru, the one who sees all, the one who knows all, the one who puts his balls on the line for you to make money, right? Don't be a loser. Oh, I see. We have Ray Lewis centered. We have
in the house tonight, baby.
The U centered. Congratulations to the University of Miami Hurricanes making the bracket. I'm pumped about it, and we're gonna talk about it. What up, man?
What's going on?
How'd you hit the sticks today?
Terrible back front nine, great back nine.
Where'd you play, man?
Tierra Rejada. Court front nine kicked my ass. Shot a fucking 49, 41 on the back though. Got back to my normal 90-ish, 91-ish, 92, but it was a 90 today.
I would have been texting people. I shot a 49 on the front, baby. Anyways, Rafa's that dude. Thank you, Rafa, for being here and putting your nuts on the line. That shit went crazy, man. You talked your shit on Indiana. You talked your shit on your Cuban partner, and Ohio State, let a lot of people down, and we'll talk about that later.
That kicker's got to be investigated.
Bro, it's
but
not
guys,
we'll get to that, man.
We'll get to that. But I do have a special surprise for everybody, and if you guys follow the show, you know that we have a very, very close friend of the show, Power Slap participant, light heavyweight, Highlander Games, mechanic, pilot, fence builder, now entering into NASCAR pit crew stuff. We are going to have Big Vern Cathy out of Gypsum, Kansas later on, and his son, the sports enthusiast, Bennett. And Bennett came on about a year ago, was a huge hit. This kid knows more about sports than most of you out there, and you'll find out. But we're going to have them on to talk about college football. Very excited about that. But let's get into our first segment called You Are Fired. There were some firings today, man. This also You Are Hired. So, guys, participate. If you have someone that you want to fire on Instagram or YouTube, go ahead. Let Eddie Money know in the comments. We'll let you get your frustrations out. Or if you want to give someone some flowers and you want to hire someone, go ahead and do that as well. Who wants to start with "You Are Fired"? Is anyone riled up and ready for this, man?
I'll start.
Okay.
I want to promote hate watching. I feel like
Hate?
people are like, "You're a hater. You're a hater."
Is that
yeah,
a
I am
is
a
that
hater.
is that a
I will
porn
join.
category?
I don't even know what that means, but
Oh, sure you don't.
anyways, yeah, I feel like people don't like to hate watch. I love to hate watch, and I feel like it should be done more. We need more hating on athletes sometimes.
Hate.
So
hate,
I'm a
hate.
hater. I like to hate watch. I'll hate watch a lot of things, and I feel like that needs to be done more.
So you want to spread more hate into the world?
Just in sports, like the Thunder. Like I want to hate watch the Thunder. Like I want to watch Shea get fouled 45 times and
I
be
knew,
mad
I
about
knew,
it.
I knew you loved it. I knew you loved it.
I mean, just get it out, right? You hate Oklahoma Thunder.
Well, like
What else do you like to hate
here's,
watch?
here's another example. Like I want to watch like the Rams suck, or like I want to watch the Cowboys, really suck. Like I feel like those like that's hate watching. Like I want
Bro,
to
I live
watch.
my life like that. Are you
Yeah,
kidding?
I feel like people hate on hate watching. I feel like we should be accepted and more. It should be done more.
Bro, I have a list of teams that I watch to hate. Are you kidding? Fuck, Kobe Bryant
do as
opened
well.
that up for me.
Yeah, you hate watch the Mahomes and the Chiefs. You love to hate watch that.
I do, but you said the Cowboys and who?
Like the Rams.
Rams.
I want to watch the Rams suck, like, but they don't, which is tough because that's not a really good hate watch right now.
It's
But I'll tell
very
you-
hard to hate Matt Stafford. Go ahead, Rafa. Who's
No, but I'll tell you,
who's
I'll tell
on
you,
your
Jamie,
hate
like,
watch list?
I always hated to watch Kobe, right? Because, there was this illusion that he was the second greatest player of all time, which is stupid. But so I hated to, I loved to watch him because I wanted to watch him fail at the end of the game, as he did a lot of the times, while you morons think that he didn't. So like USC, when USC is good, I love to watch them because they're good and I want to watch them lose. If they're not good, I'm not watching. Like seriously, I want
It's
them
just
to be
sad
good.
at that point.
Yeah. When they suck, it's like fuck, they're garbage. I want to see them be good, so then I can watch them lose and enjoy when they lose. I don't enjoy when they lose and they're fucking 9-3 or 8-4. Like I don't enjoy that, right? I want them to be like a 10-1 team and then lose that last game and maybe miss a playoff spot. That's what
yeah.
That's
That's
what I
good.
enjoy.
Yeah, that's real good.
That's what I
peak.
want.
That's peak hate
Well,
watch.
Like,
Yeah.
it's peak like Ohio State losing to Indiana. Like that's peak hate watch if you hate Ohio State.
Listen, I rewatched the last year's Super Bowl. I could watch. I mean, I'm a Raider fan, so I've watched the Chiefs win so much and the Raiders lose. I would enjoy the Chiefs sucking and
I
going.
feel like that's like your nighttime movie. Like you.
Yeah,
that's
that's
That's why
my
it bothers me
Seinfeld.
so much when you guys get so mad when the Angels fans talk shit to you guys. Like, bro, they suck. Like, who the fuck cares? If they were good and they
that's
were like
true.
in the playoffs all the time, like if the Angels were like the Yankees and they were actually winning and had a chance to win, it's like, all right, you can talk shit and you can be upset about it because they're actually good. But when an Angel fan texts you because the Dodgers lost in the first round of the playoffs or they lost in the World Series, like to me, it's just like, bro, you are irrelevant. Like literally irrelevant. So I don't want to hate a team if they suck. I want to hate them when they're good and watch them lose when they're good because I know your disappointment that you had this fucking high that we're going to win this thing and then you didn't win shit. And that's the enjoyment that I get out of it.
You know
Like
what was
you had
like?
this enjoyment of watching Kobe maybe hit a buzzer beater, but yet he missed 3 shots in the last minute and a half. And then he missed that 4th shot and you didn't win shit. And I enjoyed that. That's what I enjoyed.
Rafa, he took all of them. He took all.
Every shot, he didn't give a fuck.
He took all of them. So
He didn't give a fuck.
that was a 50-50 shot chance of watching him miss a buzzer beater.
Oh, 50-50? It was more like 27%. But
Yeah.
But in
Look at
the
Eddie-
Lakers,
Eddie Money.
in Kobe's fans' minds, it was
Not too much on my favorite player now.
I could give 3 fucks, Eddie Money. Just letting you know.
Who wants to go next?
I'll
Firing
go
approved.
I'll go next. I want to fire haters, people that are talking shit about Phillip Rivers, potentially coming back. They signed him to the practice the practice squad. He's probably gonna play, maybe not this weekend, maybe next weekend. And people are talking shit like he's so old and why would you do this? And he's a semifinalist to make the Hall of Fame. Listen, he's not making the Hall of Fame the first ballot, probably not the second.
Nope.
He should make it by the third because he is 6th in touchdown passes all time. But like hating on him, he's 44 years old. He's a grandfather. You want to talk all the shit you want, fine. These guys were lucky enough to play a professional sport, and now they've called you to potentially play again at the highest level you can play. Who the fuck would say no? Literally, nobody's going to say no. You wouldn't do it. Nobody would do it. Everyone would say, yes, I'm in. So why would you hate on the guy? Like, it's just stupid.
I don't think they're hating. Like, well, first of all, Phillip Rivers, probably the biggest whiner in history. And if that dude makes the Hall of Fame, Rafa, before Jim Plunkett does with 2 Super Bowls, I will fucking burn down Canton, Ohio myself.
You can burn it down, Eddie, because he's 6th all time.
I don't give a shit.
If we go back statistically, he was in his era with Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, and all of them. In December, when that fucking calendar hit December and January, he was the best regular season quarterback in the NFL.
Well,
so wins and losses wise.
If he plays one snap, no, if he's added to the active roster,
if he's added to the option 5 more years,
it gets pushed back 5 more years. Is that worth it? I mean, to me, it'd be like, fuck no.
It's worth it to do what you grew up to do, and now they're calling you 5 years after you retired to come do it again. That's what it is. We don't know that because we don't have that type of thing, right? So, but if you think if they don't call back an NBA player and tell them, hey, you can come back and play right now, because we need you, they're going to say no. You're not saying no.
You're not saying no. You know who says no? You know who says no, Rafa? The guys with fucking rings. The guys who have been there and done that.
Guess who didn't say no, Eddie? Guess who didn't say no? Joe Flacco.
Tom Brady.
Joe Flacco.
Brady
Joe Flacco has a ring, and he came back.
Okay.
Flacco's slinging it too.
There's a difference, okay?
Pause.
There is a difference because he actually signed a contract to come back with the Chargers to retire. Flacco didn't want to retire, and if you've seen his kids, you know why. His kids are a bunch of a-holes. But I mean, it's crazy, right? I mean, I'm not mad at him. I would come back too, right? I still have dreams of the coach calling me on the sideline and I can't find my helmet.
Eddie, if they called your ass at College of the Canyons to come play fullback, you would enroll. You would enroll right now online. Shanae, enroll me. Don't say that. Don't say that. And
100%. Because I didn't achieve shit in my football career. So 100%. But I mean, his oldest kid is the same age as Howard, the quarterback from Ohio State.
Riley Leonard.
Or was it Riley Leonard from Notre Dame? I mean, did you see the press conference? I was watching my wife. She's like, who's that? She didn't recognize him. I almost didn't recognize him.
Yeah, he needs a little Ozempic.
It's wild. It's wild. I'm actually happy for him. I agree with you, Rafa. I would do that in a heartbeat. I don't think people are hating on him. It's just wild. Shanae said, she's like, why wouldn't they call, Derek Carr? Why wouldn't they call Blaine Gabbert? I mean, they say he knows the offense. He hasn't played in 5 years. Are you telling me that Shane Steichen has been?
They talk weekly. They talk weekly.
Once a week. They speak once a week weekly. Like, you don't think they're going over game plan and this and that? Like, he talks to him. Listen, as much as you may dislike the guy still threw 300+ plus touchdown pass. He's 6 all-time
60K
touchdown
passing
passes.
yards.
His numbers are undeniable.
He's
His numbers
unbelievable.
are impressive.
What?
And his playoff wins and championship
Bro,
rings.
he played an AFC championship game with a torn ACL. Think about that. Torn, and he played.
Yeah.
Come on.
He also went to NC State, so I give him no fucking credit.
Will
Fucking
Hanley
hate
asked, or he says, how bad is Anthony Richardson that they're calling a retired grandpa sitting on the couch to save the day? Jesus.
Well, AR-15 actually got injured, like in a weird something. Like he's injured. I think they would have put AR-15 in if
Yeah, I
he
think one of the
wasn't
Colt staffers pushing him down the stairs so they wouldn't be able to play.
Wow, he was on crutches.
That's wild. That's wild, but I wouldn't doubt it. But yeah, I agree. I want to hire my internet. Am I looking good? Or I mean, finally we got this.
There is times where it's a little fuzzy, but I mean, it was good right
Well,
now.
I thought that was me.
It wasn't you. I saw it.
No,
too.
yeah. So, Will Hanley, by the way, Will Hanley, can you take a picture of the steak in Iowa so everyone knows that I gave you and shipped you that Wagyu tomahawk, please?
He needs to take a picture before and after to see how he cooks it and if he fucked it up.
Yeah, I mean, no pressure, right? When you pay $200 for a freaking Wagyu, I always have my son on. I'm like, dude, it's too much pressure on me to cook that shit. I never
Yeah,
want to.
he overcooks everything. He's an overcooker, this guy.
Oh, here we go. Wow.
Bro, you cook it rare, and then you let everyone bitch about it, and you have them put it back on the
100%.
grill to their temperature.
This guy always burns steak. It's like, it's steak, guy.
It's not chicken.
Wow.
Look at
Eddie
fucking
Money.
Jacob throws his man under the bus every chance. he
Dude.
gets.
Is it true?
The last steaks I cooked, were they not perfect?
When? I don't even know when that was.
Oh my God,
man.
Eddie,
I wasn't here.
Eddie,
I wasn't here. I was in San Diego. That's why.
bro, Eddie, this guy gives you zero credit.
I was in San Diego. How can I confirm that?
It's so consistent, Rafa. It was during the week, guy.
I
Anyways,
wasn't even
whatever.
Barely
here.
Wednesday.
That's such a lie. I never had steak on a Wednesday by you.
Bro, is it the 69 wedge deal? Is that what it is?
I think it is. I think it is.
I think we need to talk about that, like actually, like in a serious conversation.
Yeah, no, we will. We will.
Okay, we're not now. Not
now. We will.
I didn't say now.
Eddie
I'm just
Money,
saying we should sit down and talk
hiring
about it.
Oh,
Hiring a
Shanae said they were
firing, Eddie Money.
perfect.
I wasn't even here. so I
Thank
don't
you,
know.
Sinead.
I wasn't here. So I
Thank
don't
you.
know.
You were. It was during the week. There
Bad
were New York
haters,
strips.
I was
New
either
York
working
strips.
or I wasn't here. So I need you to pick
Whatever.
a side.
Whatever.
Oh my, Eddie, you're not gonna win. So let's just move on.
I know. It doesn't matter. Yeah, 100%, Rafa. I was the worst father that ever walked the face of the earth.
Oh, fucking hey, Jesus Christ!
All right.
I barely
Will-
taught my dad like medium rare like a couple months ago because he would always get it well done.
Is your dad
Yeah.
Mexican?
Crazy word.
Yes.
Oh, that's why. That's
Yeah,
not
that's
on
why.
him. They're born like that. That's not
That's
on
I
him.
a
know.
real thing. That's a
They're
real
born
thing.
like
Oh, it's 100% a real thing.
Yeah, it's a real thing. It's a real fucking thing. 100%.
Because they've never had anything. They've
Let's
never
not
had
get into
anything.
meats tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah, Jay's not on. If we got into meats, he'd get into sausage, all sorts of crazy. let's just get on with the sports.
Too much
Touche.
meat talk. Too much
Too
meat
much
talk.
meat
talk.
talk.
Any money, hiring or
Uh,
firing.
I'd like to. I'm gonna be a little selfish today. I'm gonna hire myself. I finished my last final ever of school. I'm officially done with my bachelor's.
Official engineer. Do they hand you like a wrench and some kind of like ruler or something? Like I don't know. What do engineers
That's not what
use?
engineers do.
There's all sorts of different engineers.
There's a whole sorts of different engineers. I just get shipped a piece of paper.
What kind are you aspiring, or what time did you study?
I'm a mechanical engineer, but field of job choice has yet to be chosen.
Isn't Will an engineer as well? I feel like Will's an
Yeah.
engineer at Iowa
Yes,
State.
I remember him
Like, you know,
saying.
yeah. Congrats to you, Eddie.
Coach a coach that's not a mechanic, Eddie.
Fucking, he thinks Eddie Money's showing up with a 10 wrench and fucking
With the fucking
hitting the one-
jumpsuit. With the jumpsuit.
Yeah, with the jumpsuit on.
Mechanical engineer.
Yeah.
Whatever. That's
Correct, Rocha.
I-
Correct.
I barely graduated high school, guys, as you could tell,
Without algebra.
without
Yeah,
taking
somehow.
algebra.
Somehow.
Oh my God, bro, you are a fucking prime. You are the 50 Cent of this shit.
I am.
God, bro,
I am.
dude.
I am. That's
Bro,
how I
he's
do
hater,
it, man.
Well, Hanley is
hater,
the same
hater.
thing.
Yeah. Yep.
Fuck,
Yep.
man. All right, man.
Yeah.
Go
And
ahead.
he said, well, Hanley says when he cooks it, he's getting his buddy to cook it, and he's gonna tag everyone so he can.
All right, man. All right.
And then real quick, we got a hiring and a firing from the comments. We got Matthew Rocha. He's gonna fire Marcus Freeman and the Notre Dame AD for pouting like a baby. Wish they had BYU in as well. I'm sick of these brand logos getting in over the deserving teams.
I mean,
Are
the
we
AD.
gonna sit here and keep pretending that Alabama wasn't deserving? Like we're gonna keep doing that? Are we
I mean,
doing that?
listen. Are we gonna get into the debate now?
Not yet, not yet.
Eddie, do your
Okay,
firing
okay.
first, and then we'll
Okay.
do that.
Yeah.
I want to hire general manager Friedman from the Dodgers. Hire signing Edwin Diaz. The Mets tears are just awesome to watch. If you guys haven't heard, Screwball, right, the incredible pitcher from the Detroit Tigers, they say is in negotiations, but they say talks are done. They're trying to get a long-term deal signed. That's the only way the Dodgers are going to make it happen. If that happens, I would just be prepared. I don't know. Like there's going to be a huge. It's going to be insane. But that's my hirings. I want to fire Jalen Hurts.
All of a sudden.
I've been a fan. I thought he had great. You know, I was making all the excuses. Michael Brown would be like, "You have more excuses for Jalen Hurts that offensive coaching. They weren't running him enough." I watched that game, and I've seen some horrible performances as a Raider fan. They almost won that game in spite of one of the worst performances I have ever seen at the quarterback position. I'm tired of defending him, man. I really am. I don't know how you could be as good as you were last year and the year before and then just fall off a cliff like this. I can't explain it. Is it Lane Johnson? Is it the offensive coordinator? I can't explain it. Let's start putting the blame on Jalen Hurts. And I'll leave it at that. Anyone, any comments on that?
Yeah, I have a comment.
on his husband.
I said this last week, and I got crushed for saying this last week. So I just want to put on record that I was the first one to fire my own man crush, and I was crushed for killing my man crush, and now all of a sudden it's accepted. I won't stand for that.
All right.
Last week it was him firing him. Now he's protecting his man this week.
Yeah, it's like, now I'm gonna flip it. Like, this is ridiculous.
Last thing from Rick Flores, he said, like to fire all the Oregon haters, not giving them enough credit on this upcoming bracket. However, Oregon will prove them all wrong.
I hope to get crushed.
And then Rocha goes, "Jamie, you're gonna upset Oregon."
I will hate watch Oregon all
Dude,
playoffs.
Me too.
Did you see the JMU tweet? I don't know if it was their official tweet.
No, they're fucking around. They're fucking around. That's so good though.
Obviously I didn't know. Obviously it's a joke. I was hoping that it was actually them joking and not someone.
What was it?
Oh, they're fucking around.
My God.
Oregon didn't have any wins against the Sun Belt. JMU was 9-0 against the Sun Belt. Shit like that. Like things like that are just fucking really humorous. They were all funny. They were all good.
It's hilarious. It is freaking hilarious.
I like that.
It was a lot. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It was a handful of them. They were all great.
It was really good. Yeah, did you pull any up, Eddie Money?
I'm trying to find them, but
that's pretty good though. They have a good sense of humor.
They were fucking awesome.
We know there's a disparity in talent, but we do think that Oregon can maybe keep up with us. You know, like shit like that. It's just all really funny stuff. And
A team with good social media is very underrated. Like, I appreciate a team with a good social media team.
Well, in that case, I mean, Colorado Buffaloes would be back-to-back national champions. By the way,
they have Deion Sand. I mean,
$27 million in debt that program is. So
how's that even work?
Pretty crazy.
They'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But listen, any more firings or hirings out there?
No.
All right. Well, let's move on then. Shall
we introduce our special guests?
Yeah, let me introduce them. Are they ready? And I'll give a proper introduction.
Yeah.
I'll wash balls properly. Right now, guys, friend of the show, right? Power slap light heavyweight contender, Highlander Games, mechanic extraordinaire. I mean, the guy has more businesses and hobbies than all of us on the show put together. He's a pilot. He's now entering into NASCAR pit crew status. There's just, dude, what's that sport where they run into each other? It's called something where the Samoans, I don't know what it is. But
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Big Vern sent me that. I'm like, no, you're not, Big Vern. No, he's like, oh yeah. I'm like, no, you are not. Like Shannon, his beautiful wife, we're gonna have to restrain this guy, but he lives life to the fullest. He's a great dude. Let's introduce Big Vern Cathy out of Gibson, Kansas. Everyone give Big Vern a hand. Is he out there, Big Vern? There he is. There he is. And there's his studly son, Bennett. Welcome back, Bennett. How you doing, man? Thank you for staying up late and joining the Two Nobody crew. How's life, Bennett?
Good.
Man, you're looking big from last year. Look at
he's getting big, and of course we got Alabama blankets. I mean, he's Alabama through and through.
Yes. So Big Vern, how's life been treating you? What's on the horizon before we get into college football? I know you're always busy. I know that for a fact.
Well, we're just gonna ramp up this coming year. Honestly, we're gonna do some more cooking stuff, some more barbecue competition. I'm gonna try to be at 4 NASCAR events. We're just gonna go crazy and try to do as much as we can and do as many fun things as we can do.
Well, you are the master of that. You're looking in really good shape, Vern. Are you sure you're not working out for anything? There he is.
No, it's just fortunate just being outside working with my hands. I mean, I'm a little thicker than I probably should be, but just building the retaining walls and just doing work is helping me out.
How's the weather out there in Gibson, Kansas right now?
It was like 62 degrees yesterday. I mean, it's way warmer than it should be. Yeah, it was. Wow. Yeah, it snowed a few weeks ago, and now we had like 60 degrees yesterday. So it's been wild.
Yeah. Big Bird has that natural dad strength. No doubt about it.
I do. I'm very fortunate. I was blessed. But back to when you guys were talking about hate watching. Yeah. I love it. Like that's my thing. Like when I hear someone talking shit and I'm like, oh dude, I'm gonna watch this. I'm like, I want to see you fail. Like
yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like there's been enough hate towards me and towards everyone, so, but yeah, I think we need to spread the hate, spread more hate.
No, listen, there's no doubt about it. I think we all are guilty. I know I am.
Yes.
I know I am. I am a notorious hate watcher. So that being said,
some might say if you're not hate watching, you don't love sports enough.
That's a fact.
Oh,
that's a fact. I like that.
Bennett, who do you hate watch? Who do you love to watch to lose, Bennett? Please tell me the Chiefs, Bennett. Please
Chiefs.
Yes. That's my dude, Bennett. That's my dude, Bennett. So, guys, let's get into college football, right? First off, before we talk bracket, right? And I know Bennett has a bracket ready. I want to know from Bennett and from anyone else on the panel, how do we feel about one, Notre Dame not being in, and Miami being in. And any thoughts on that, Bennett? I'll let you go first.
I think Notre Dame was 0-2 at the beginning of the year, and they lost to Texas A&M, and then I feel like after that they played nobody and won 10 straight after they went 0-2. So I think that's one of the reasons why.
Yeah, did you hear what the AD said? The AD from Notre Dame, I forget his name. He said that was a generational 10-0, one of the best performances in college football history. And then you pull up the schedule, and that was one of the most ridiculous comments that's ever been made in public, because they did go 10-0. They were impressive, but their strength of schedule in those 10 wins was garbage. Was it not, Rafa?
Oh, it's 100%. That was terrible. The only two good teams they played them at the beginning of the year, and A&M wasn't supposed to be as good as they ended up, as they turned out, whatever they ended at. They weren't supposed to be that good, right? They were a middle of the pack SEC team at best, right? And so, and they squeaked out some games too. A&M did. I mean, so realistically, Notre Dame, I told you guys last week that Miami was going to be in, and we fucking, no, they were in. It was simple. It was simple. And all the BYU fans, fucking roaches over here crying for BYU. Dude, who did they beat? They didn't beat anybody either. Oh, Utah? That's their claim? They beat Utah? Come on.
Yeah, I see Rocha. That's not see what Rocha put, but that's not the question, Rocha. The question is, we know they only lost to the same team twice, who's number 4. But who did they beat is the question that the guru asked.
I think everyone puts way too much emphasis on, we're 10-0. We're this, like, we have math, like we can do math, like we can look at everyone's schedule, everyone's performance, everything, and it's like so easy to break down. Like, sorry, Notre Dame, it didn't work out for you.
It didn't work.
That's what I said last week. If you have like a BCS style, because BCS back in the day, if this team. That's why when we watch week to week and some of the older analysts will talk about it, that loss is going to hurt this team. Well, that's not the case anymore, but it should be, because that's how it was before during the BCS when everyone bitched about it. But yeah, when that team loses to that team, that should hurt you, and a computer can figure that out, and we should be able to figure it out on because all right, early season losses are one thing, and I know Alabama lost to FSU and yada yada yada, but Alabama also beat Georgia, that can arguably be the number 2 team in the country. And to me, when you saw it, and I was watching it with Ralphie, we were playing golf, and as soon as Ohio State was number 2, I told Ralphie Alabama's in, because they didn't think that Georgia was impressive enough, because Ohio State didn't impress. If you watch that, they didn't impress shit. Okay, they played defense, boo-hoo. So they didn't do shit against Texas either, and that was the first game of the season. So they didn't impress enough to move one spot up after beating Alabama. So the committee wasn't impressed with Georgia's win, which was why Alabama stayed in. That's why.
So, let's leave it to the Alabama expert. What do you think about that, Bennett?
Well, so Alabama just lost against Georgia, but I think if you make the conference championship and you get destroyed, I still think if you make it, you should still get in, especially if you beat them earlier in the season. I think they should be.
It makes a lot of sense. That's the argument, that you cannot penalize Alabama for playing in an extra game when other teams are not playing.
But everyone's saying, well, you penalize BYU because they made the extra game. The thing is that you penalize BYU because they lost to Texas Tech twice. Okay, they lost to Texas Tech twice. All right, the game that Alabama beat Georgia, and I know, Matt, you're sitting here saying they went 1-1 against Georgia. Both of those games, one was in Athens on the road in Georgia's home stadium, and the second game was still in Georgia at
Yeah.
Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So they lost 2 games. They played 2 games against Georgia in Georgia. All right. And they beat them once. So in the regular season, when it counted. Now, you're going to sit here and don't be naive. But if you're going to sit here and compare Alabama to BYU, then you're just nuts. You really are. And when you look at the quality of wins that Alabama has, they have the best wins in the country. Literally, nobody has better wins than Alabama beside Texas, maybe. That's it. Those are the 2 teams with the best wins. And you're saying, well, Vanderbilt lost to Texas. Don't tell me about Vanderbilt when they lost to Texas. Okay. And they were getting dominated in that game for 54 fucking minutes. That game wasn't even close. Okay. So a guy who could potentially win the Heisman, right? And he probably won't, because we saw Mendoza last week make 3 amazing throws to basically win that game. So for them, Vanderbilt losing to Texas, the way they lost, it was domination. The game wasn't close. So for you to say that, oh, well, Vandy, no, it's not the same thing. I'm sorry.
Hakatomi Plaza.
It has to mean something.
I'll let you finish up on the Alabama BYU thing. Hakatomi Plaza, you have anything to add to this before I go on to Notre Dame and the bitching out, if you will?
I think Bennett and Rafa covered it pretty good. We can move on to the next.
All right.
Hold on.
Word
Eddie.
up.
Matt, did you watch the game, Texas Vanderbilt? They were down fucking 17 with 7 minutes or 21 or whatever the fuck it was. That game was over. Literally, it was over. There's 7 minutes left. Like, literally, the game was over. It's like, literally, like, it's shocking to me that you watch sports and you don't realize when a game is over. Like, the game was over. The team was chilling. We're in cruise control because the shit is over. That's what it was when you watch Texas and Vanderbilt. I'm sorry. Shit was over.
I was going to bring up the Bama loss to Florida State, but it'll never end, right? It'll never end. But
well, also, Roach is talking about 2 different things. We're talking about we're talking about meaningful wins, and he's talking about losses. So it's like 2 different conversations is happening.
Yeah, that's why I say we could just go round and round and round and round forever.
Yeah, and Florida State was ranked in the first 3 weeks of the season. Like, they were in the top 10, I believe. So, and they lost a tough road game to Virginia, which we called here on this show.
Yeah.
And then lost to Miami. And then it just unraveled after that.
Roach is furious about teams' losses. It's hilarious.
Let's move on before we get to the bracket. Let's talk a little Notre Dame football. Notre Dame opted out. They were going into play in the bowl game with the number 13 and 14 team, that were left out, which would have been BYU. They decided not to play. A lot of opinions on this. I'm still on the fence. I get why there's really nothing to play for other than pride, but I want to know where you guys sit on the topic of Notre Dame's taking their ball, leaving the park, and going home. Does anyone have an opinion on this?
I do. And I'll give you something. To me, I thought that of Miami. I'll tell you, because I think I texted to somebody where I said, if Miami gets left out, then to me, if I'm Miami and you put Notre Dame in, then I have an issue where I don't play a bowl game. And I even go as far as doing some bullshit because, everybody here takes shit to court and shit. Some stupid shit like that. Miami could have done. I can see Miami being left out and then saying, I'm not playing in a bowl game. But Notre Dame lost to Miami, and you have the same exact record. That is the problem with Notre Dame not wanting. Like, you lost to Miami. What are you upset about? You're upset because James Madison and Tulane are in. That's what you're upset about. You're not upset about Miami being in because Miami beat you, so you shouldn't say that. And I don't think they've said anything about Miami. They're more complaining about the 2 other schools, right? Which rightfully so, but unfortunately, that's the way the system is set up, right? Yeah. And maybe they'll fix it next year or the year after. They should. But for you to being a big fucking baby and, we're not going to play, if Miami would have done it and Notre Dame would have been in, I would have seen that. I would have been like, okay. And what nobody talks about is what really affected Notre Dame was SMU losing that game to Cal. Because if SMU doesn't lose that game to count, they're in the ACC title game. Not only that, they have a head-to-head win with Miami. So that would have put them at the end of the season at 10-2. And then you have a 10-2 Miami team, a 10-2 SMU team, and a 10-2 Notre Dame team. Then it's like, okay, well, Miami beat Notre Dame, but Miami lost to SMU, and we're all here. All three of us are here. Notre Dame could be playing better at this point, so it'll be fine to put Notre Dame in. Miami wouldn't have bitched, and I wouldn't have made a case for Miami to complain and bitch about it because SMU would have been there at 10-2. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case for Notre Dame. So, but God forbid that anyone does a little more research or use their fucking brain just a little bit to realize that.
Listen, Dan the man Merkin came in and said if half the team wasn't going to play for Notre Dame, why play? That's why I'm sort of on the fence. That's why I'm not so pissed about them saying we're not going to play. Because, I mean, if you're Jeremiah
There's
Love.
100 guys on that team, though, Eddie. There's 100 guys on that team. You have 100 guys on that team.
Yeah.
If 40 of them aren't going to play, or the 22 starters, or maybe the 38 guys that you're using in and out of the lineup on a weekly basis, if those 38 to 40 guys aren't playing, you still have 60 other guys that can use the reps. Let me ask you something. You don't think the second quarterback, the third quarterback, the fucking backup, or the third and fourth running backs and receivers that don't get to see the field, you don't think they deserved a shot? Sat their ass all year long and like, fuck it, we didn't get in the playoffs, but we can play in a bowl game and we're not going to get to play. That's the thing that you should look at.
That's the other side. I do see that because if I'm a senior, right? If I'm 5'0", if I'm basically Rudy Grudiger, this is my shot. This is my shot, and the guys aren't playing, so I get that side of it too.
Also, I mean, there's other obligations too. I mean, there's money that they get from the bowl games. There's other stuff that like happens for the schools. I mean, there's so much more than just, it's just a game. And obviously that's why they're getting like $500,000 fine, right? Just like K-State.
I believe so. There's a huge fine. These bowl committees put on huge events, the swag bags. When you put on a bowl game, these guys, I mean, my buddy went to
I know, like my friend, he played for K-State when they went to the Fiesta Bowl, and he's like, I got double of everything. You want some stuff? So like, I got some Fiesta Bowl stuff around here somewhere.
Yeah,
but like it's just,
it's a big deal.
I agree, but the transfer portal is part of another problem that's leading to this issue.
Yeah. 100%.
So apparently Notre Dame was not fined for declining a bowl game because they are independent. Iowa State and K-State had been fined $500,000 each for opting out, but they were fined by the Big 12, so they were fined by their conference.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess they're not getting any penalties, but no, it's just.
I think they should play for people that people on the roster.
I mean, you have fans, and they're there to, they supported you the whole season. They went to your games. They bought your merch. They did everything. I mean, that's how everything's getting paid for. I mean, at some point, you just have to do your job. And I mean, if you don't like it, then don't play.
Amen.
Yeah, and I think too, it's not only the fans; it's the other players that haven't played all year long. That's the thing where if you're a player who's going to come into Notre Dame as, let's say, a high school, you just finished high school, you're coming in there, and you're really not going to play in your first year, right? But hey, we're going to get to a bowl game. We're not in the playoff, but maybe I get a chance to play, showcase something. Those guys can't play. Those parents can't watch their kids play for the Irish, and that leaves a bad taste in their mouth. To me, I think it's a total bitch move by the Irish.
Yep.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Matthew Rocha says, I hope ND becomes irrelevant, loses NBC contract, has to change their color to green.
That's not happening.
And Will Hanley says, Notre Dame made it to the championship game last year. Doesn't that count for anything?
Not a damn
No,
thing.
It doesn't.
Different
No.
season.
If that's how things work, man.
Yeah, it doesn't. This is a
And
year.
then Don Merkin
deal,
also
man.
said they don't deserve a bowl game in the first place.
Okay.
I guess my other question is,
Don
how many bowl games are there compared to what there used to be?
Infinite.
Like
Yeah,
that.
they're so bad.
I mean,
Yeah.
We should play
Listen, I've never-
is this
a real bowl game or not?
We should play that. That'd be good. That'd be good.
no.
There's
Listen,
over.
they can
Okay,
they can
try
get
and
rid
guess
of
how many bowl games
one
there are.
bowl game.
I found the number.
28.
37.
20.
Well, I'm
and
gonna
a
say
half.
I'm gonna say 28. I think 28. What do you think, Bennett? How many bowl games are
Oh,
there?
yeah, Bennett.
Oh, I'd say 32.
32.
There's 41 bowl games
What?
this year.
What?
Yeah.
Winner. Winner. Chicken dinner.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
80
That's
bowl
wild.
eligible
Listen.
teams this year. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Are we really going to complain about more football? I'm not.
The
So-
thing is, I would never complain about it, but these bowl games are bad because it's not about the bowl. I'm not the mayonnaise bowl is disgusting. To be honest with you, is
That's
nasty.
the only one.
There, but listen, when you're watching
bowl.
these games, like, do you think Jennings is playing for SMU? More than likely, no. Like, a lot of these guys aren't going to play, so we're going to see the third quarterback, the fourth quarterback. That's what you're going to see. So, you know, that's the thing with the bowl games. They're going to be discussed. Like, USC's playing TCU. Are we going to see Lemon and a couple of the receivers more than one drive? They may not even suit up.
They're
right?
not going to play. There's no way
They're not going to play. If they play, it's maybe one drive or maybe a quarter, maybe a half. Like that's so you know, if you're a USC fan and the line's only 5.5, which tells you that, and the line's probably going to get to like 2 or 3 before they kick on the 30th, I think it is, because nobody's going to play. That's the thing about it. Like, is TCU's quarterback going to play? Probably not.
Those 41 bowl games also include, like, that number includes the bowl games within the playoffs.
Right, within the playoffs, right.
I saw an idea where someone said that they should move the bowl games to the front of the season, make them like the first week, like the kickoff of the college football season. That way, everyone's playing, and the bowls still matter, kind of. Would you guys be against that?
Oh God.
Yeah, that's terrible. What are we doing?
Why is that
That's a
terrible?
horrible idea.
I don't hate that. For like
Why is it a bad idea?
for like the non-big name bowl games, you got to
What
keep
are we
those
doing?
for the playoff. But for the random ones,
Listen.
I don't hate that.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the bracket.
I was like, we
Let me
can't
tell
give
you this.
participation awards to everybody here, guys. We gotta figure something out.
What are we doing here?
Bowl games already exist. They're already participating.
Listen.
You're like moving
Listen,
the importance of it to actually something that matters.
Let's not forget when Caleb Williams didn't play in the bowl game, who stepped in and had 5 touchdowns, got a big check, went to Louisville and played. So shit like that happens. But let's move into the bracket. Let's get into this bracket. I want to know who Bennett probably has to be, at school in 2.5 hours.
Oh,
I
it's
have to
fine.
wake
He's
up at
good.
3 a.m.
He's definitely
I don't
good.
know if I am. Okay, I'm old. Let's get into it. Any money? You want to take us through the bracket?
Yeah, so we got at the top, we got JMU and Oregon, and then we also have Bama and Oklahoma. The 2 buys on that side is Texas Tech and Indiana. Looking at the bottom of the bracket, you got Ole Miss and Tulane, as well as Miami and A&M. And the 2 buys on the bottom side of the bracket are Georgia and Ohio State.
So how do we want to do this, guys? Are we gonna go game by game and then everyone give their winner?
We should go game by game.
Game by game. I have the
we
lines
can go
up
game by
already.
game.
All right, so let's do
The
it.
first
then.
game is December 19th. It's number 9 Bama playing against number 8 Oklahoma. Bama is favored by 1.5, over under 40.5.
Who wants to
Bennett, do
start?
we even need to know who you picking?
Yeah.
I think Alabama wins this game. I think they're just gonna try to get their revenge, and I just think they're gonna win this one, even though that it's at Oklahoma.
Bennett has Alabama. What do you got, Big Vern?
I'm gonna go with Alabama still on this one.
All right. Any money?
Jacob?
Oh, me? He said Eddie Money. He said, okay. I'm going to go with the Sooners. I feel like that defense is something crazy, and I'm not too impressed with Bama's run game, or even their passing game is kind of rough right now. They looked really bad against Georgia. So I'm going to go with that Sooners defense. I'm going to say they win a close game.
I like it. Boomer Sooner.
Money.
Any money?
I'm going to take Bama. I think they'll improve off what they did against Georgia. I don't think Oklahoma can replicate what Georgia did just as well. Different levels of coaching between Georgia and Oklahoma there. So I'll take the experience of Bama.
I'm gonna make I'm gonna put these two
Before
guys.
Rafa goes, I'll let Rafa go last. He's the voice of reason.
Go ahead, Eddie.
I'm going to take Boomer Sooners. I think that defense is going to be too much. I do believe what Jacob said, that they rely on Ty Simpson way too much, and Will Venable's going to scheme them up, man, and beat him again.
I'm gonna put Venables and Kellen DeBoer on the Mount Rushmore of ass-tastic because they both made the playoffs. Because they're both fucking ass. Okay,
Here we go.
they're both ass. They're both fucking ass. Think about this. You go into a game where you don't have your starting running back and your backup running back, and you start the game with 3 run plays in a row against Georgia? Are you fucking stupid?
That's because no one thought they were going to do it.
Dude, it was so bad.
Got him off guard. Got him off guard.
Listen, after the first
Ooh,
one,
got me.
on second down, all right, you ran it the first 2 downs, fuck it. Let's let our best player, which is our quarterback and our wide receiver, let's see if they can do something. And you handed it to a turd on 3rd down, and now you're punting the ball. Okay? That cannot happen because Oklahoma's best unit is that front 4, and probably the entire front 7 is phenomenal. You're going to have Jam Miller back. They're going to have their backs back. I think that Bama is going to need to rely on Ty Simpson and get Ryan Williams the football. Receiver screens, a little fake, a little reverse, whatever. Get him the football is the only way you're going to beat Oklahoma. Oklahoma can't score. They cannot score. They can play defense, but they cannot score the football, period. And Alabama's defense against Georgia, they didn't play too bad. They allowed under 300 yards, I believe. So, Georgia got it. Listen, they blocked the punt, got a short field for a touchdown. They had turnovers. Those were mistakes that Alabama made, okay? And they weren't unforced. Georgia forced them into those mistakes. I don't think Alabama makes those same mistakes in this game. I think they realize that Ryan Williams is their best player, and he needs to touch the ball 10 to 12 times. Whether it's a quick slant, bubble screen, whatever. Get him the football is the only way you're going to beat this team. Bama in a close one on the road.
Yeah, can we agree that Ryan Williams hasn't been the same as he was last year?
Yes.
Okay, I was just going to say that.
Bennett, yes.
Bennett was hella quick.
Bennett, you saw.
I don't even recognize him. I really don't even recognize him.
Not only Ryan Williams, but the other receivers. It's like
Joey Bernard is so much better.
They could not catch the ball. It was ridiculous. They had a ton of
same thing that cost them the first week against Florida State. Drop passes. Passes last week against Georgia. They dropped a touchdown, maybe 1 or 2 touchdowns. That game could have been a lot closer. You had drops. That cannot happen. You need to figure out a way to get Ryan Williams the ball in some sort of space. It's got to work. And to me, the only way you're going to beat Oklahoma is on the outside. You're not beating them. You're not beating them at the line of scrimmage. You're not beating them right. No. You got to get in the outside. I think Bama's going to win a close one because Oklahoma cannot score the football.
Doug Sweeney also said Ty Simpson looked a lot better last year too.
On the bench.
All right. So what was it? 3-2. We have Bama going.
3-2 Bama.
All right.
Yeah.
And then looking at the next day, we have on 3. All 3 will be on December 20th. Starting off early noon kickoff on the EST. Number 10 Miami will face number 7 Texas A&M. A&M is favored by 3.5 with an over/under of 51.5.
I think Texas A&M wins. I think the quarterback is just very good, and I think he's just gonna wheel out the Miami defense, and then of course Carlson Beck. He's been throwing too much interceptions this year, and he's not like how he was in Georgia last year. have to say it.
Are you a fan of
Oh, he
Marcel
tra-
Reed?
he-
Bennett?
Yeah, I
No,
am.
it sounds like he's just not a fan of Carson Beck, because that is the key to
No.
this game. Can Carson Beck not turn the ball over? Because that's what's haunted them all year. All
Yeah, if he
year.
turns the
He's just
ball
careless
over,
with the
it's
ball.
gonna.
The two games
All right,
they've lost, both of the games Miami lost, both of the games were on Carson Beck. I think he had 4 interceptions against Louisville.
Yeah,
A couple interceptions against SMU. But to me, I think the best player on the field is going to be the freshman, Malachi Tony. Get him in space. This line had started at 4. It's down to 3.5. Take Miami with the points. Miami's winning this thing, baby. They're too physical, Eddie. They're too physical.
Look at that grin.
Too physical. Listen,
I agree.
Eddie agreed with me on this. At the beginning of the season, I think through the first 5 weeks, we thought that Miami was the best team in the country because they were physical on the offensive line, on the offensive side, offensive front, and the defensive front. They're big, they're physical. Okay, the receivers for Miami, although young, phenomenal. They're able to run the ball. A&M, to me, I think I don't like A&M all year long. I think they've looked weak. They're vulnerable in a lot of situations. And so, listen, if Carson Beck can limit himself to maybe one turnover, I think Miami's defense will be able to hold A&M.
Agree.
Matthew Rocha
Nakatomi
said
Plaza.
I'm gonna go with Miami. I think A&M has been exposed a little bit these last couple of games. Miami's is hot right now. I feel like they're riding a really good high. And Malachi Tony, what do they call him? Baby Jesus?
Baby Jesus,
Yeah,
man.
baby Jesus.
Yep.
I mean, he's electric. I don't see anyone on the defense covering Baby Jesus at all. I think he's gonna go off.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with the Hurricanes.
Only one who can guard Baby Jesus is God. That's it. That's it. And he don't play for A&M.
A&M has a top 10 receiver in Casey Concepcion. I know he sounds like a shortstop for the Cincinnati Reds, but
From the
he's a
Dominican
very
Republic.
good. Yeah. But he's a very good receiver as well. But agree. I will take Miami. Eddie Money.
Miami as well. I also think, similar to what Rafa said, this line is a little bit much. I think it should be less than a field goal. So if you get at least 3.5, take it with Miami. Pretty good value there.
All right.
Man, next two
Let's
games
move
are bigger spreads. We have number 11 Tulane played number 8 Ole Miss. Ole Miss is favored by 17.5, over under 56.5. Can Ole Miss cover, or does Tulane have a chance?
Go ahead, Bennett.
I think Ole Miss wins. I think even though that Ole Miss didn't get to their conference championship and Tulane did and won against North Texas, I think Ole Miss just has more of an experience, and it's very hard to get in the SEC championship. And I just think Tulane, I don't think they have enough experience to just play, as they've been playing earlier in the season.
It's a great take, Bennett.
Facts. They're not there yet.
Great take, Bennett. You have anything on this one, Big Vern?
Bennett's mostly my guide. Honestly, we disagree on a few things, but Ole Miss, I agree with him on this. I mean, I'm glad for Tulane to get in, but they're going to have a hard battle if they want to keep going. So I just think Ole Miss is going to get it.
Yeah, agree.
All
And they, Ole Miss wants to show that it wasn't the Lane Kiffin show, right? They're gonna have a chip on their shoulder. Ole Miss,
Ole Miss, not Ole
Yeah,
Miss.
there you go. Yeah,
The first game they played,
Sorry.
Rocha said it was 45-10. That was Red Slap's worst game. His QBR was in the 30s. He had, 50-something yards passing. He was like 5 of 17 or 5 of 18 or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, 5 of 17 with 56 yards.
He had a terrible game. And that was at Ole Miss. This is at Ole Miss. Line already went from 16.5 to 17.5. Might get to 19 by the time they kick off. Ole Miss offensive coordinator obviously stayed behind for the bowl games. Lane Kiffin allowed him to, like if he's his daddy. How is that team going to react without Lane? We'll see. But they should win pretty easily.
Yeah,
All right.
I think we're all in agreement of Ole Miss. Do we all think Ole Miss can
Yes.
cover?
I think
Oh, yeah.
Tulane
Yes.
covers actually in the crazy.
Ooh. I was
Well,
gonna say
Okay, Ole Miss wins, but I think Tulane does cover the spread. I don't think it's going to be a blowout like that first matchup. They had.
Okay. All right.
is that purely because Kiffin's not there? Like, there's no Kiffin.
Yeah, I think there's too much. I think the drama of the whole situation is going to be weighing on that
But
team
I
a
mean,
little bit.
sometimes it lights a fire underneath someone and says, fuck it, let's go do it.
It could, or they could fold.
Sure.
So I mean, it goes both ways.
Yeah,
They've been
we always
doing
say-
so good all year. They're not going to fold.
We do always say whenever a coach leaves, when a team responds, you'll see how impactful that coach was. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you are. We'll know.
Rocha says Ole Miss by 10, and Will Hanley says Ole Miss by 60.
I don't know about 60. I don't think that's going to happen.
You said just to stick it to Lane.
That could be.
It could be.
Could be.
Last game of the first round. This is the night game. We have number 12 JMU facing number 5 Oregon. Oregon is favored by 21.5, over under 50.5.
I got Oregon winning this one. It's just, I don't think, I just think James Madison is overrated, in my opinion. I just think Oregon wins by 30. I don't think this is going to be close.
That's it.
You heard it.
That's it, bro. Listen, I love your take, Bennett. To me, this
Clip
game.
that.
To me, this game, I think, is the game where the committee sits back and they say, okay, enough with this group of 5 bullshit. Let's stop.
Yeah.
Because James Madison has been good, but with this guy and Signetti and yada, yada, yada. Dude, I watched them play last week against Troy. James Madison is the most disgusting team to ever make this fucking thing. And it's disgusting. The Oregon should cover in every quarter. Like the 20 in every quarter. It should be 21, 42, 63, fucking 84 to nothing is what this game should be. JMU's fucking nasty, and if Oregon, like disgusting. Like the quarterback sucks. Everyone on that team sucks a lot of shit. They're horrible. Bennett's on, so I don't want to say it. But they're garbage.
Yeah.
Bro, it's disgusting. I would be
Garbage.
shocked if Oregon doesn't put up a 50 spot on these guys by the third quarter.
So you and Ben are in agreement. It's going to be a blowout.
100%. I would
Good.
be shocked if James Madison's even in this game at 21-7. Like,
All right.
I don't even think they'll be able to move the ball.
I have to share something about JMU. I found something on social media. It's phenomenal. This is their bathroom when you go to a game.
Shut up.
You can be on the toilet and have a perfect 50-yard view.
That's great.
Now I have a goal. I must take a
Yes.
photo there.
Yes.
I must use that
There's-
bathroom. I
there's
must use
probably-
that bathroom.
I'm
A
gonna buy
lot
the
of
cheapest
things.
ticket and then just sit there.
There's probably a lot of things that have happened in that room.
Man, I bet you that place is like a club, one in, one out, man. People are ready for that view.
Oh yeah.
Got to be on a time
That's
limit
awesome.
in there.
Very cool. Very cool pool, Eddie Money.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, let's that's the first round. We're not going to go over because next week we have to go over the second round, but let's let Bennett finish out his bracket. I want to know who Bennett has in the semis and finals and who's going to take the natty home. Bennett, you finish this.
So first we have
Who do you got in
Oregon.
the next round?
So first I have Oregon and Texas Tech. And once again, I got Oregon winning this one, but I think it's gonna be a last play game. I think this will be very close.
Nice.
And then
Next.
I got Alabama and Indiana. I got Indiana just because I think Fernando Mendoza, all the players are just great on their starting lineup, and I just think they're gonna win this one.
Love it.
And then I have Ole Miss and Georgia. I have Georgia winning this one. Of course, the beginning of the season they played Georgia won, but I think without Lane Kiffin, they're not gonna be good. And then Texas A&M and Ohio State. I have Ohio State. I think Julian Sand is gonna just. I don't think Marcel Wheat's gonna do good in this game. I think he's gonna get turnovers, and I think they'll play us up and be fumbling the ball. And then I have Oregon and Indiana. I have Indiana winning that game, and Georgia and Ohio State. I have Georgia winning that, and then the national championship, Georgia and Indiana. I have Georgia winning the national championship.
Very good. Very good. You just got nominated for president by Duck Sweeney. We're pretty sure that's Dabble Sweeney's fake name. We're pretty sure that's Dabble Sweeney, and that's his ghost account. So great job, Bennett.
It's so impressive to just like watch him watch a game, because we have all the games, and oh man, it's just, I don't even know how to explain it. Like just the sheer facts and numbers and everything he knows about the game. Like we'll be at friends' houses and there's like, okay, Bennett, what's this guy doing? He just like says their name, he fumbled, blah, blah, blah. Like it's pretty crazy.
Well, he has two uncles, Bosco Ed and the guru to look up to, Big Vern. I mean, we're setting the example for Bennett over here.
I know we watch all your stuff, and
I hope you don't watch the show all the time.
Oh, we do. We watch. It's okay. It's how life is. It's just life. I mean, could you imagine, growing up with me? I mean, it is what it is.
Okay. Good point. Good point. Well,
Matthew wrote just like Bennett's going to turn into that kid from Adam Sandler's Big Daddy hanging out with all of his dad's friends.
That's how you do it. That's how you become a man.
Facts.
Yes.
Yeah. No joke. Actually. Well, guys, I appreciate you guys having us on. He does have to go to bed, but yeah, I want you guys to keep watching and check out some stuff. Like the NASCAR stuff's going to be pretty interesting because, as you know, right now Michael Jordan is suing NASCAR, so that's a crazy thing that's going on. So we'll see what happens there.
That is crazy. So yeah, Big Vern, that's on the horizon for you. Anything else coming down the road that we could watch you on, or I mean, you're always doing something crazy.
Honestly, we're gonna try to do a lot more cooking, do some stuff like that. Ralph, the Cajun cooker, me and him become friends, or I might see if I can hook up with him and do something, and I just want to travel and just put out some crazy off the wall content. I just want to do a thing. It's like, where in the world is Vern? Like, just constantly people will be like, what in the world is he doing? Like, I don't know. I just love that. So,
well, I need you. If you do ever do a video with the Ralph the Cajun cooker, I need you to get a whole slab of butter and just smack his face with that butter, knock him out with that butter. Because I love that dude. That'd be great.
That'd be a great clip, Vern. If you just smacked him with that would be great for Power Slap, and for you and for him. That's a great idea, eh?
Man, it's just so it's hilarious. Just like when people recognize me and see me, like it's funny how many people want me to hit them, and I'm always like, you're insane.
Vern's gonna fucking knock their lights out.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that something didn't happen the other day at a house when we were cooking, but I do make sure everyone's cameras are put up, their phones are put up, everything's put up. And I did drop someone the other day. It was pretty funny, but
hey, you know what they say: play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
That's right.
Yeah. And
guys, we're gonna head out. I'm gonna get him to bed, and we'll keep watching. I'll keep watching the show and checking everything out. But I appreciate everything you guys do. And once again, you heard it here from Bennett. Georgia's going all the way.
Georgia's going all the way.
I don't
say hello to your beautiful wife, Shannon, for us. We love you guys. We hope to see you in Vegas soon, or in LA, wherever, or maybe we go to Kansas. I don't know what it is, but thanks again for being a friend of the show, Vern, a friend to me. I always ask you for advice, and you're always there for me. So I appreciate you, Bennett. You have an amazing dad right there, and we appreciate you, Bennett. Get to bed. And we're going to make some good clips, and everyone loved you again. You're a huge hit. Thank you
As
guys.
always.
Thanks
All right,
again.
thank you guys.
everybody.
We'll see you later.
Series are you in? Vern, you're in the truck series, right?
No, we're doing the Menard series. So we'll have 2 cars in Menard series. I'm actually the gas man, which is the most dangerous guy.
Of
Like,
course.
I'm telling you, it is the most adrenaline I've ever had in forever. Because when you watch NASCAR and you're seeing them, they're doing like 180, but when they come down the pit road, you're like, oh, they're going slow. They're still doing 60. It's like, and I was the tire man at Talladega, and I mean, I'm on the other side, handing tires. Cars are going behind me at 60 mile an hour. I mean, moving tires around. But I just remember the gas one when I was the gas man at Kansas City. The guy's like, all right, no one's going to know who you are unless you drop this jug and you catch on fire. So please don't do that. And he showed me videos. He's like, oh, this happens like all the time. So
Well,
not all the time, but he's like, it happens. So yeah.
We know Vern likes to raise the level of danger. He's probably going to be smoking one of Rafa's cigars while he's doing the gas thing. Just to make it more dangerous. To make it more dangerous.
So a lot of people don't realize this, but that gas jug, it weighs over 100 pounds. And it's above your head. And you have to jump over the wall because you're only allowed to have so many people on the ground at the same time. So it's like a dance. Like you're going over the wall, coming back the wall, someone's handing you a jug, and then you're filling it up, and you have to listen to the car. And because he leaves when he leaves, when a spotter or the crew chief tells him to leave. So you have to listen to the car. And when you hear it rev up, you got to pull the can out. So it's for the 12 seconds it takes, or 15 seconds, whatever it is, it's a rush.
I'm sure it is, man. Thanks again, Vern. Menard series. Let us know where we could watch it, and we're definitely going to don't give him any more stupid ideas. Shannon, this guy, I swear, I like life is. He's the kind of dude's like he doesn't want when he goes in a roller coaster. He's like, no, I don't need the harness. I want to like. Well, you're married to him, so obviously you know. But thanks again, you guys. We love you. Thanks again, Bennett, and we will see you soon, guys.
All right, see you.
All right. What do you guys want to do? You guys want to take a quick 2-minute break?
Up to you.
I'm still good with.
I'm good if you're good.
All right.
I'm still good going to our hypothetical.
Yeah, let's get
hypothetical bracket.
Let's go into the hypothetical bracket.
Here.
All right.
So we're in agreement. We're all in agreement that Oregon is going to play Texas Tech, right?
Yes.
I'm not.
What do you mean? You think JMU's going to win?
That's a joke. I mean, come on.
Oh, okay,
That's
all
not
right.
really a question, Rafa. Come on.
So in this game, to me, I think Oregon beats them, and to me, Texas Tech, and they can, we saw it last week, but it was against BYU again, a repeat opponent. That front seven, that linebacker core that they have might be the best linebackers in the country. But they do play in the Big 12. To me, I think Oregon's ability to run the ball, I think, is going to be a big factor in that game. I'm not going to praise Dante Moore because I can't praise a guy who can't grip a football when it rains.
You never have.
He's not going to play in the.
I know. What do you mean? I'm not going to praise him. You never have.
No, 100%. So, but I can't give him credit otherwise. But I think Oregon wins that game, 100%. I'm with you, Duck. But I think Oregon beats Texas Tech, and I like Texas Tech. I just don't love their offense. I didn't love their offense. We had a lot of short field opportunities. I thought they could have put that game away sooner. And I know the game wasn't really close for 2.5 quarters, almost 3 quarters, right? I just thought they could have done more on offense, and they didn't. And so, when you're going to play an Oregon team, I think you're going to need to do a lot more on offense because Oregon can hit you with a big play. And to me, I think if you can't go stride for stride with them, if you can't stop them, I don't think you're going to be able to catch them on the scoreboard. So I think if you see a 14-0 game or a 14-3 and Oregon's got the ball in that late second quarter, putting a drive together, and they go into halftime up 17-3 or 21-3, or even 21-10, I think it'll be over for Tech. I don't see them as a team that can come back because I don't think they have the firepower on offense. I really don't. And listen, that defense is pretty good, but you're going to face a team that can run the ball, and they're going to be better than you, and probably, I don't know, 8 of the 11 positions, when you get out there. So I like Oregon to beat Texas Tech.
Is Doug Sweeney Rafa's burner account?
I told you it's Dabble Sweeney.
I have a quick question about Texas Tech. I didn't really watch them all year, but a lot of people were saying that Rodriguez, the linebacker, got snubbed as a Heisman finalist. I need some thoughts on that.
Who gives a fuck?
Listen, when you're a linebacker, first of all, when you're a linebacker, you have to be overly impressive to even make the Heisman talk. And I don't even know if we've had one to get there. So, like, corners can get there, but they
play offense.
Yes, because they play. They get on that side of the ball, or they're just amazing at returning the ball. Like Charles Woodson, we saw a little bit on offense. We saw him able to punt return. He was just exceptional on that side of the ball. For it to be a linebacker, like and in this era, it's just not going to happen, right? And
there's been one, and not a linebacker, Ndamukong Suh, and if you saw him at Nebraska, holy shit, like he should have won the Heisman. He was the most dominant college football player. Oh, Manti Te'o. Was he in New York?
Yeah,
he might have been. Yeah, he might. Yeah, and he had I think he had like 10 interceptions. He was crazy off the charts. Great pull, Manti Te'o. But Ndamukong Suh, also defensive tackle, was probably the most dominant defensive player I've ever seen in the history of college football. He didn't win it, but Manti Te'o, Notre Dame, he was that dude. Manti Te'o was that dude.
Unstoppable.
Yeah,
was Suh.
Yeah.
Isn't it sad that we kind of already know 2 of the games in the next round? Why do they let liberals organize everything?
I'm with you, Doug. It's ridiculous.
I think Rafa's under the table typing comments.
Anytime Eddie goes full screen, Rafa's just like typing away.
Yeah.
What's the next game on the hand?
So next game, I think we had a majority of us had Alabama over Oklahoma, right?
Let's just assume it's Alabama, Indiana.
Okay, so
Jacob and I say Skinner.
Jacob's thrown up.
So we can analyze both. Let's play it.
Let's do both. Let's do it.
I'm gonna go
Bama, Indiana.
Do Bama. I'm gonna go take a piss.
All right.
Okay, so we'll do Bama first, and then we'll do Oklahoma when Eddie comes back because I think Eddie picked Oklahoma. I wasn't impressed yet again with Indiana's offense. I'm just
against the best defense in the country. I mean,
against the best defense in the country who played absolutely nobody. I mean, I don't know. They played absolutely nobody.
Bro, I have to say that fucking video was hilarious.
Which one?
Of Rafa going over Indiana.
It was so good. It was.
God,
Rafa, that video honestly is like the best content this has ever had. Like, and I love seeing the comments because it's like they act like no one thought the same thing. Like everyone thought the same thing, and it's like all of a sudden everyone's Indiana fan. I mean that was never the case.
It was like, I think before they won the game, it was at like maybe like 2,000 views, and then overnight it shot up to like 50,000.
We need shit like that.
That shit was hilarious.
I'm going to stand by that.
As you should.
I'm okay with standing by it. I'm not going to sit here because Indiana beat Ohio State on what I think is some bullshit. And if you want to analyze that game, to me, I can go back to a handful of plays where Ohio State made mistakes.
So
third and one, and I'll tell you something. I hate that when I see Julian saying under center, I can tell when they're running the football. Do you see the way he steps back to hand the ball off?
Yes.
And so on that 3rd and 1, the one right before the field goal, when I see him take the snap and he was under center, I see him take that snap, and I already knew they were throwing. And I said right away, as soon as he took the snap, I said, oh, no, they're not running the ball. And sure enough, an incomplete, you have the kicker, who they all suck dick. I don't give a shit who it is, with the exception of Brandon Aubrey from the Cowboys, okay? Everyone else sucks dick kicking the football, period. Hands down. They're fucking trash, okay? And so that was a mistake. They made a mistake twice on 3rd and 1, passing the football. To me, I think, Indiana was the second best defense in the country. They played nobody. I gave you that last week. They played no one. Ohio State, let's look at who they played. They played a Texas team who the first 3 weeks of the season, or maybe the 4 weeks of the season, their offense was trash. Okay, terrible. They struggled against Sam Houston State to score points, I believe. Yes, that beginning of the season for Texas's offense was horrible. It was horrid to watch. So we're going to, Ohio State's defense was so good. They played nobody. They literally played nobody. Indiana played Oregon in the rain, which we obviously know that Dante Moore sucks in the rain. He becomes a 0-star quarterback when he plays in the rain. Nobody else does that, but he does. Okay? He barely beat Wisconsin. So when we look at the teams that Ohio State played, for them to be the #1 defense in the country, to me, I can't give them that credit, because when I look at them, I think Oklahoma's defense is better. I think Oklahoma's defense is better.
That's why I think Oklahoma against Bama, and you didn't.
Because I don't like Oklahoma's offense.
I don't think they need the offense to be good against Bama. That's the thing. I don't think they need that.
I think they're going to need it. It's hard to beat a good team twice. You already beat them once. Georgia showed you what they did with Bama. That's also superior coaching, I think. Although DeBoer did have the edge against Kirby and has beat him twice. It's hard to beat a good team twice in any sport, especially in football. And that's why you see it in baseball with the playoffs. It's hard to beat a good team twice in a certain span. And so, to me, I don't think that's why I'm giving the edge to Alabama.
So Indiana versus Bama. I mean, we forgot that was the.
No, we're on that game. To me, listen. I don't like. I'm not excited for either team. I don't like. I'm sticking with it that I don't like what Indiana's doing.
I thought you were going to come on this podcast and actually apologize for your take, but you're not. You're doubling down.
Fuck no, he's quadrupling down.
I'm fucking doubling down on a fucking 11.
Clip is Eddie Money. Attach the last clip and then add this one to the.
I'm doubling down on Indiana's offense being overrated. The fact that Fernando Mendoza is going to win the Heisman, to me, is disgusting. Okay, I really do, because when I go back, and we can go back the last 3 or 4 quarterbacks that have won the Heisman, he's going to be the worst one of that group, college-wise, as what he's done this year. He had a good drive to win the game against Penn State. He had a drive against Iowa, both games on the road. He had 3 great throws to win this game against Ohio State. The 2 that led to the touchdown, and the one that put it away was a phenomenal throw that he made. Other than that, he didn't impress me. They played Purdue. They beat them 56-3. He didn't do much. It didn't impress me. So you're going to face an SEC defense, whether it's Alabama, whether it's Oklahoma. I think he will struggle. And I think when you get down to it, I don't think Vegas is going to – if they play Oklahoma, I think Indiana's going to be a 6.5-point favorite to 7. If they play Alabama, I don't think it gets them more than 4. That's what I think, because I think that's what Vegas thinks of them. And we'll see when we get there. I'm giving the edge to whoever the SEC team is to beat them, to play them. Although if it's Oklahoma, I think Indiana beats them. I think with Bama, I think they're going to struggle.
You think Bama beats Indiana?
I think.
Just say it, Rafa. Just say it.
Yes, I'm going to say it. They're going to beat them. They're going to beat them, because I don't like Indiana, period. I can't. I'm sorry. To me, they weren't impressive. They weren't impressive. Because when I watch the game, I see the mistakes that Ohio State made. What's that, Eddie?
That's okay. There's so much I want to argue about this. First of all, does Mendoza's numbers shine when you put him up against other past Heismans? They don't. Okay. But Julian Sayin had as much opportunity as anyone to shine, and he hasn't. He didn't. He played, and he didn't. And he played against Mendoza in a game. Mendoza outplayed him. Okay, that's number one. There's no one else. There's no one else that deserves it other than Mendoza because he has Heisman moments. Diego Pavia, you might say, I would give it to him second because he had moments, right? But that would be a shocker in my opinion if you gave it to Pavia. But that's another conversation. Now, Rafa, Indiana spent like $17 million on their defense alone. There's first rounders. You saw, okay, Indiana, and I forgot who said it, but I don't know if it was Brady Quinn or someone, but on the sideline, Indiana looks size-wise like an SEC defense. They are big. They are strong. Okay. They're fast at linebacker. They have a good corner. I know they're Indiana. I know it's hard for you, Rafa, to process that. But they have more first-round talent than Alabama does. And that's just a fact. You're going to have to realize that.
You can have all the first-round talent you want. Okay? You can have the best recruiting class. You can have all of that. Look at A&M with Jimbo Fisher. The teams were shit with all the talent in the world. Okay, you can have all of that.
Oh, you're walking into this one.
When
I watch
them play, I don't think they're impressive. I think Ohio State gave away this game. You had short field and you kicked the field goal. You had a 3rd and 1 to be able to score, and you decided to pass the ball. Okay, when your running back was playing phenomenal, and your offensive line, to me, is better than that Indiana defensive line. We're talking about the 2 best teams in the country defensively, the number 1 and 2. Let's add up who they played. My God. And we're looking at Ohio State, who has arguably the best player in the country in Jeremiah Smith, who had 80 catches for 1,000+ yards, right? They didn't lock him down. They just didn't get him the football. That's the problem. Get that man the football. He's your best player. 3rd and 1. It's for me when I watch Saint, and I talked about it. You can see when he's handing off the ball when he's under center. You can see it. He didn't convert twice on 3rd and 1, and then I believe on 4th and 1 he didn't convert on the drive before, or 2 drives before that. Those to me were mistakes made by the play calling. You could have ran that ball down their fucking throat, got in the end zone, and that game should have ended 17-6. Mendoza made 3 great plays to win that game. That's what he did. Is he going to be able to do that? No, it was 3 great throws. That is it.
There was a throw in the first quarter. It was only a 6-yard pass. I saw the breakdown. He is mobile. He first of all, I thought he was dead. I thought he was dead that first play. They hit him so freaking hard. I said, game over, done. Got up. His brother comes in to take a snap. Okay, he's that dude. Mendoza is that dude. Okay. In the first quarter, Rafa, they got the ball to Jeremiah Smith. And they had a game plan. Jeremiah Smith was lined up against his high school teammate, right? That the quarterback, and he was just crushing him. They made adjustments and they went away from it. But all week in the film room, you had to imagine Jeremiah Smith is like, I've been to this kid's house. His mom makes shitty mac and cheese. I crush him. I crush him and everything. Get me the ball early and often. And they tried to, and they did. That defense, Jeremiah Smith's not even the best player on that field. That defense, you have number 8, the defensive tackle.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Yeah, don't
Jeremiah Smith is the best player in the country. Like, there is no doubt about it.
Ohio State
dominating that game.
Caleb Downs.
Listen, to me, because I can't unsee the play calling. I don't understand how your running back is running for almost 5 yards a touch, and you don't give him the ball on 3rd and 1. You didn't give him the football twice, not once, twice. That was the problem in the game. Listen, when I watch Indiana, they don't impress me on offense. And for them and their defense
against who? Against the best defense in the country?
Because who played nobody? Literally played nobody. Ohio State played nobody as well, Eddie. They played nobody. You know how many? Listen, they scored under 30 points against Washington. They scored 55 against UCLA. Okay, against UCLA. They beat the shit out of Wisconsin. Those are teams that are horrible. Horrible.
Okay, I'm talking
Those are
about
terrible
Ohio
teams.
State.
That's what I'm
Are
talking
you
about.
telling me that Are you telling me that Ohio State doesn't have 5 first-rounders at least on that defense? That is the best, best. They're 100% the most talented defense in the country. You have the best safety. You have 2 inside linebackers. By the way, those 2 inside linebackers are going in the first round. That's never happened in the history of the NFL. Okay. You have a defensive tackle that's going in the first. You have a defensive end probably going in the second. Indiana did what they had to do. To me, that is far and away the best defense. They said it. It's better than last year's defense, Rafa. Did they play anyone? I mean, yeah. It is.
We're not. We don't have time for me to break down every game like I did last week with Indiana.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Yeah,
I'd love to do it.
No.
Yeah, we do.
I'd love to do it, but we're not going to do it.
We have it.
We're not
We
gonna
have the
do it.
time. We have the time.
No.
I have the time. I have the time. I do. I have the time.
We're not going to do it. Eddie,
We
I'm
know.
not impressed.
We know.
I was not impressed.
Not impressed with who? Ohio
Both
State
of them.
defense.
I wasn't
both
impressed
teams.
with either team, Eddie. You're listen. I know Ohio State defense was #1 in the country. They played a Texas team that was the game was 14-7. A Texas team that the week after was terrible against Sam Houston. Like that Texas team to start the season, the first 4 weeks was god awful. It was disgusting. That's the team that we're supposedly this good on defense against Wisconsin, against UCLA, who lost to fucking New Mexico or New Mexico State. Like to me, I'm not impressed. I'm more impressed with Oklahoma's defense than I am with Ohio State's defense, and let alone Indiana. Purdue. Oh, we allowed 3 points to Purdue. Killers. Come on. This fucking team. Listen, Indiana's going to beat Alabama, and they're probably going to beat Oklahoma. Okay, but to me, I don't think they're better than Ohio State. I don't think they're better than Oregon when it's not raining and Dante Moore can grip a fucking football. I don't think they're better than Oregon. That's what I'm saying.
All the playoff games are
Let me
indoors.
tell you,
thank God.
it is
Of course.
money. How hard is it to impress Rafa?
Hard as
He's
fuck.
saying
Hard as fuck.
Hard as
I mean,
fuck.
because
That's the team
the
of all.
This
only-
man can win the
only-
Heisman.
the only
This man-
teams that are better than Indiana are Ohio State and Oregon. That means you're a pretty damn good team.
Listen,
Because-
Georgia's better than Indiana to me. I think Georgia's better than Indiana. I think if Miami and fucking Indiana play, I think Miami's going to beat them.
Oh.
Miami's more physical than they are.
Okay.
Miami, listen, and the other thing is, too, when you hit the quarterback in the fucking mouth and he exits the game, the next time that motherfucker steps out on the field, I'm blitzing his ass and I'm hitting him in the fucking mouth again because that motherfucker ain't coming back. That's the thing. And you let him off the hook.
You underestimate.
I'm not
Well, he's
underestimating.
Cuban,
shit. You know
Rafa,
what
from Miami.
Yeah, Rafa, this is your nephew. What are you mad about?
I overestimated Ryan Day and that shit show coaching staff, fucking Brian Hartline. Take your ass to fucking Tampa. By the way, Tampa's in North Florida, and that team's named South Florida. So good luck with that bullshit, okay? He made 3 mistakes on 3rd and 1 twice and on 4th and 1 once, okay? Brian Hartline was shit. And that fucking defensive coordinator, I'm blitzing his ass all night because I'm hitting him again and again and again where he's not coming back after halftime. That's just what it is. Because they knocked him on his ass. He shouldn't have come back. That motherfucker should have been on the sideline like fucking Tua. Throwing up. Full retard.
I think this boils down to Rafa just favoring the SEC talent more than Big Ten talent. I think fair.
Ohio State's better. I think Oregon's better.
I mean, that's.
I think they're both better.
But you think Oregon sucks, though?
I do, but I think Indiana sucks. I do think Oregon sucks. But Oregon's ability to run the football, okay, I think is better than Indiana's ability to score the football. I really do. Against an Oregon defense.
We saw this game. This game was in
We saw this game in the rain. Dante Moore doesn't know when it starts raining. He's lost. He's lost.
Oh my god.
Whenever
By the
way,
He's
you
from
We're
North-
still on Indiana, Bama. By the way,
Indiana fucking should lose against Bama. They won't lose to Oklahoma. They probably won't lose, but they're losing right after that fucking game. Let's go on to the next
Went
game.
over Bogey's mad. He said you play the teams on your schedule, so why play the games then? But let's move on.
Listen, I understand you play. Listen, we can do that. Yes, you play the
Good
teams
point.
on your schedule, whether they suck dick or not. Look at Notre Dame. Guess what they're doing? They're not playing. You know why? Because they played the teams on their shitty ass fucking schedule. That's what they did. Bottom line.
God.
Oh,
Oh, this podcast should have 1 million followers. Honestly, this is the best content I've ever watched in my life.
We need Rafa to go sit down at every AD's office and talk to them about scheduling. You need to schedule Georgia 4 times, Texas
Listen,
twice,
if you expand
and Ohio
that
State.
shit, I don't listen. To me, I understand. The problem is that the conferences are so big that we're gonna get the shitters: Indiana, Purdue, Ohio State, Purdue, Northwestern and Indiana. Like those are just shitters that we're gonna get, right? That's gonna happen. But dude, when you're playing 6 shitters in your conference, it's disgusting. A&M is there because they played 6 shitters. They played the worst of all the playoff teams. They probably played the worst SEC teams of the SEC teams that are in the playoffs. They played the worst batch. That's why they're in, because they're not a good football team. A&M to me is not a good football team. So that's that. But they played who's on their schedule. Shitters, but they played. Ask Notre Dame how their schedule went. Motherfuckers is
According
still
to
in
the-
that.
Rafa's dropping facts, dog. I can't even hate.
I feel like what Hanley is really just trying to rage bait Rafa right now. He said Signetti is better than Smart, DeBoer, Kiffin, Sark, and Landry.
That's facts. You can't argue
Listen,
that, Rafa.
that is not fucking facts. Let's
He
fucking
turned around
It's because
Indiana.
it's because he put Kirby Smart in there.
Because
If
you
you
put-
didn't
Oh,
put
it's
Kirby
because-
Smart in there,
If you
I
remove
didn't
Kirby
see
from
Smart
that
in that.
list, if you remove Kirby from that list, I can give you that Signetti's better than those guys. I can get because you didn't put
yeah,
Ryan
rage
Day
bait
on,
for sure.
but he's definitely
Okay.
Signetti.
Okay, now
is
that's
David.
crazy.
You know what?
can't do that.
Oh my
You know what?
god! Now we're just fucking around.
Send that steak back. Send that steak back, Will.
Wait, is it
We're gonna
Will
need that
Hanley,
back.
Iowa State fan?
Will Hanley is at Iowa State
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
Signetti-
Signetti is
Signetti's
under
done
the
a hell of a job,
Bama,
and-
the Saban tree, wide receiver
He
coach. at Bama.
is.
Oh,
He is, and he's the type of coach that I like. Says whatever the fuck he wants. He's the type of human that I like. The problem is that he's coaching Indiana football. That's the problem that I have. That is the fucking problem, bro. That's it. Fuck him.
You know what? You know what Rafa is? Rafa is the guy. You know, Lamborghinis. Mr. Lamborghini was at Ferrari. He wanted a raise and whatever, and the Mr. Ferrari said no. He's like, no, you make a car named Lamborghini. Rafa, at what point brands get built? At what point things are built and made to be great? Like just because Indiana sucks, you know, last time they won was World War II, doesn't mean that they can't be great.
Bro,
Listen,
that's-
I agree. I agree
that's
with
Rafa.
Winnie.
That's literally Rafa in the comment section. I promise you, that's Rafa in the comment section.
Maybe they're out there.
I
Bogey said, not only does Rafa want to bring back the BCS, he wants to have a voting board seat. And then he chanted SEC.
Listen, you put me on that board. I'll tell you right now.
That's
You
a
put me on that
fact.
board. I'll give Indiana the #1 seed. But Georgia's #2 and Ohio State's #3. You put me on that fucking board. You put me on that board. Guess who's not playing? Fucking James Madison and Tulane, and probably not Texas A&M. Those motherfuckers
Okay.
wouldn't play if it was.
You
on
have
me.
to put A&M.
The number
A&M
7
guy.
team doesn't make it to the
I don't
playoff.
want to.
If you
I
don't want
wouldn't
to.
want to.
Okay, let's start. Let's
You
move on to the
wouldn't
let's
put
bottom.
it next
Oklahoma in either.
Oklahoma ain't in either. Fuck them too.
Bottom of the bracket, we would have Ole Miss and Georgia. I think we all have Georgia winning that.
That's gonna be a blowout.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about a blowout. I want to see how Ole Miss. I want to see how Ole Miss does it. the first
Listen,
week. Go ahead, Eddie.
what does Georgia and Kirby Smart always have problems with? Does anyone know? Bueller,
Black quarterbacks.
Hellcats.
running
Black
quarterbacks.
You can say black. It's okay.
Hellcats. Oh, well, yeah, black. Well, we've seen black. I have Geno Smith. He's not a running quarterback, so I can't say black because Geno Smith can't even make it to his car.
Listen, Ole Miss.
No, I'm telling you.
Ole Miss was beating Georgia in Athens.
Yes.
And Georgia scored 17 points in the fourth quarter to win that game. Ole Miss went into that game up 9 in the fourth, and Lane Kiffin showed his ass-tasticness against Kirby and didn't score in that fourth quarter, and they lost that game by 8. I think it was 7 or 8. So, that Ole Miss was in that game, right? And can Ole Miss stay in that game against Georgia? I think they can. But I think I want to see how Ole Miss does this week, and I think everybody wants to see how they come out
next week.
And I think if they come out and they put up a 40 spot on Tulane, and that defense plays well and holds Tulane and probably beats them by 25 or something, I think Ole Miss is going to get a lot more credit going into that Georgia game, where I think the line shouldn't be more than 6 or 7. 6-7, by the way. Man, I'm giving you content here, Eddie Money. All night, bro. Yeah. Right, Jacob?
I like
I love the content. It's a great content.
I like Rocha's statement. Put Rocha's statement up because
this is facts. I was waiting for Rafa to say that. He said Rafa judges teams like car brands. Even though Honda and Toyota make a better race car than some older companies like Alfa and Ferrari, he's gonna always rock with the Blue Buds.
1,000%. 1,000%. I'm not gonna lie to you. You're not gonna sit here and tell me, oh, the Kia Optima is a phenomenal car. No, I will take the Toyota Camry every fucking time. That's just the way it is. That's the way it is. Alabama's the Camry, and fucking Indiana's the Optima, who might have won, second car of the year a couple times, maybe, but it's still a piece of shit. That's what I'm going with Indiana. They're a Kia Optima in this whole situation. That's just what it is, player.
All right, and then the last game of that do we all have Miami advancing over A&M?
Yes,
I think we did. Bennett likes Bennett liked A&M.
Okay, so we would have Miami and Ohio State.
What do you think, Eddie?
There's only one issue I have, or actually 2 issues I have with Miami. Mario Cristobal, in clutch decision making and time management is ass. And you all know how I feel about the ugliest quarterback to ever rock the U on a helmet, Carson Beck.
Maybe any helmet.
Yeah. Other than that, I've said it. They're the most talented team, not only in the ACC every year or the last 3 years, but they might have the most talent in the entire country, other than Ohio State and maybe Oregon. But other than that, I mean, I'm gonna go with Miami.
Well, I'm gonna roll with Eddie here. I'm gonna go Miami too.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Y'all know who I got. Come on now.
Jacob, you riding with the Buckeyes?
I don't know. It's tough. I just feel like it comes down to quarterback play in this game. And I feel like Carson Beck is better than Sayin, even though I've seen Carson Beck make terrible.
That's an insane statement.
I know. It sounds nuts. But
listen, Sayin's completion percentage was phenomenal this year.
Okay, Rafa, who'd they play?
79.
No. You're right. You're right.
Mister, who'd they play? All right,
monsters.
I'm gonna roll with Miami on a homer pick. But when you look at it, wide receivers both good. Ohio State obviously superior. Defensive front, Ohio State probably a little better. Miami's offensive line though is one of the best offensive lines in the country.
Yeah.
The problem with Miami is what Eddie said with not only Carson Beck. I think it's more the coach there, and Ohio State been there, done that. I think they understand.
Saying hasn't been in the playoff.
Saying hasn't been there, but I think the coaching staff. I don't think the coaching staff is going to make the mistakes they made last week. That's what I think. I'm going to ride with Miami, but I believe Ohio State beats them. But I'm going to go with Miami.
So Ohio State.
I'm going with
Miami. I'm going Miami on a homer pick, man.
I'm gonna go Miami. I think Carson Beck is gonna get them.
Listen, Rafa picks Ohio State.
You know what? Yeah. I'm gonna stand tall with my Ohio State. I'll be the only one on this panel that's taking them all the way.
Now, let me ask you something, Eddie. Who do you think, if we take who do you think are in the championship game? Looking at the way the bracket is right now.
I like Indiana. I think I like Indiana and Miami.
Wow.
That's a lot of people. That's I've heard that from a handful of people.
That's who I like. I think, you're going to see Bane. If you haven't watched Miami, offensive line, Bane at defense, Tony the receiver. They have running backs, tight end. I think they have the left tackle, Manunga or something. He's
a monster.
Oh my God, he's scary. He's scary. It's just the games they lost. They we talked about it, and
Literally
like you said, gave it away. And I think they reel Carson Beck in, and they make things manageable, right? And let the defense and let it become a turnover, field, a position game, and just don't want Carson Beck in a 2-minute situation where he has to get you to the 30 to win a field goal. That is a disaster.
I don't think you want Carson Beck in a 60-minute situation, personally.
Oh,
Damn.
this fucking
Ouch.
guy.
He has won a national title, right, Eddie?
Yeah. With who though? With Kirby, right?
Here we
Yeah,
go.
no. Listen,
Are we
guys,
gonna keep playing this with who? Who are they playing? I mean, we gonna keep doing this all fucking day or what?
I could do it all day, baby.
So
By the way,
Eddie's
the
got
Spurs
Indiana, Miami. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go. Eddie's got Indiana, Miami. I'm gonna go. Wow, man.
Can you pull the
I'm
bracket
gonna-
up?
Yeah, pull the bracket up. I think I'm gonna go with the Aztastic, and I think only because I think they're able to run the ball so much better than everyone else, and Dante Moore can make a play, and the weather conditions are going to be perfect for him. I'm going to go with Oregon in the top bracket, and I'm going to go.
You make me sick, Rafa. You make me real sick.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Oregon and Georgia. As much as I'd love to go with Miami here, I'm going to go Oregon and Georgia in the national title.
Woo. Winner.
Right.
I think Kirby's going to win.
Eddie, who's your winner, by the way?
I'm taking Indiana. Although one of their studs, number 8, did you see how he got hurt?
He's out.
Yeah, he was celebrating. Or not even crazy celebrating. He was really just giving handshakes to fans, and he just like.
And I think Cooper, the receiver, might be out as well.
Oof.
So they're going to be out a couple pieces. Indiana is. I think if Indiana gets eliminated, I think Oregon's going to beat either Alabama or Oklahoma, and I think Oregon beats Indiana. It's hard to beat a good team twice. I really do, and Oregon's going to have perfect situation. And I listen, as much as I dislike Dan Lanning, I think he's a better Aztastic head coach than everyone in his bracket. I think when I look at the bracket, I'm telling you, when I look at the bracket and I'm going to pick head coaches on that top bracket, and they're all Aztastic. I don't give a fuck. Signetti won a Big Ten. Boo-hoo. So did Dan Lanning. I'm gonna go with Oregon. I'm gonna go with Oregon as the king Aztastic head coach on the top, and on the bottom you have the top dog, literally the top dog in Georgia, and Kirby down there at the bottom with some Aztastic head coaches. Ryan Day, although he won it last year, that team was superior to everyone on both sides of the ball. I don't think they're that superior. Did he? Giving the edge to Kirby on the bottom.
How do you think?
Got me or no?
Nick?
Yeah.
Do you think Saban's tree is more like the tree of life in Avatar? I mean, it's huge. He has coaches almost on every staff. Cristobal, the defensive coordinator, all of Oregon's coaches, Old Miss. I mean, his footprint on college football right now, it's something like we've never seen, man. Like everyone, it's crazy.
What needs to be investigated though is why only one of them is non-Aztastic, and every one of them besides Kirby is Aztastic.
Signetti is not Aztastic. What are you talking about?
He had.
Right. I shouldn't even give him credit, but he won the Big Ten, so I have to put him up there. That's it.
Signetti's won everywhere he's been. He's only
Oh my
been.
God, it's Madison.
It doesn't matter.
Jesus
He's
Christ.
won. He's won everywhere he's been. He's only been at Indiana for 2 years. To do what he's done in 2
is crazy.
years, it's insane.
It's more than
It's
crazy.
literally
It's never happened
insane.
before.
We'll see. His placement on the Mount Rushmore will be determined by the new year.
Bro, this guy beat Ohio State and somehow he's still asked that. Like, what is happening to this
So
country?
did Dan Lanning. Dan Lanning beat Ohio State too.
There's
He
a
beat them
guy.
the year they won
When?
There's a guy
in the
who
regular
got
season.
There's a guy who got arrested tonight, who with and he's terrible.
Don't
and,
say
and
it,
Michigan
Rafa.
lucked out. He's terrible. He also
Should've
beat
never
Ohio
done
State last year. Like he beat Ohio State. Like who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
You beat
That's
Ohio
not the-
State.
facts.
Beat Ohio State in the playoffs. Do that.
Yeah,
We can talk
He
about
beat him
that.
in
We
the
can talk about that.
championship
We're all adults
game.
here.
Dan Lanning
Dude,
beat
that
Ohio
guy-
State
they
in the
haven't
regular
won-
season and then got
Ohio
collapsed
State
by Ohio State
hasn't
in the
won the
Rose
Big
Bowl.
Ten in 5 years. They haven't won the Big Ten. How much? They haven't won the Big Ten. Do you think they give a fuck about winning the Big Ten when they have a national title? Do you give up 5 Big Ten titles for one national
So now
title?
you're saying they don't care about the Big Ten championship. You're saying that they didn't care about that game? That-
I'm not saying they didn't care about that game. I'm not saying they didn't care. You beat them. Boo-hoo. Who gives a fuck? Beat
Matthew
them in
Roach
the
just said,
playoffs.
he said, I need Signetti to win this title so Rafa can admit the Kia Optima is a good car.
I will never admit that.
Yes,
Ever.
I love
Burn
it.
it.
That's so good.
Burn it.
Jacob, who your finalist and who's your winner?
Well, last week I went Tech versus Ohio State in the finals. I really
They
don't
get
want
killed
to.
for that.
It can still happen.
No, I know, but I'm not that confident in Tech after what I saw against BYU. The offense struggled a lot in that first half. Damn, I'm gonna ride with it. I'm gonna go Tech Ohio State. I'm gonna fuck it. I'm gonna ride it again. I'm gonna go Tech Ohio State, and I'm gonna say upset. Tech does it again.
Wait, didn't you? But we talked about Miami, Ohio State. You had Miami winning.
Yeah, I know, but we're just going predictions, right? Like we're just
Oh,
going,
okay.
like we're not going through like actual like. If I was going like actual bracket, I'm gonna pick Miami because I picked Miami in that bracket. But we're just going like fuck it,
Yeah.
just predicted, right?
Yeah, we're going week to week. This is going to be fucked up every week, fellas. I mean,
Yeah.
listen.
Yeah.
It's a week to week. We fucked up last week. We'll fuck up this week. I mean,
For
listen.
sure.
And then I'm gonna get mine. I think Oregon will come out of that top bracket, but I think Ohio State will come out of the bottom bracket, and Ohio State will win.
Man.
Yeah, I could see Ohio State. To me, I think whoever wins the Ohio State Georgia game,
Yeah, that's
I
gonna
think
be
that's
that's
what
the
it's
national
gonna be.
championship.
that's the national champion. I don't think anybody in the top could beat them. And I'd love. The thing is, I want to see Indiana play against Oregon again, but then I don't. Is the hate that's the hate factor? Right?
The hate watch. Hate
Then I
watch.
don't. 100%.
Hate watch. I love it.
100%.
I love it.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. All right, well that base. Oh, we have obviously the last game of the season. Army Navy.
We know your pick, Eddie
favorite
Money.
price
We
pick,
know your
over
pick.
under 38.5. Give me the under 38.5.
Eddie Money rides and every year. He's
Every
just
single year.
laughing, cashing checks, and snapping necks. Let's is there any chance that Fernando Mendoza does not win the Heisman?
No, he's minus 20.
It's locked in. Yeah, it's locked.
Listen, what's he at right now, Eddie Money?
He was at minus 2,500. I checked on Monday.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? At this point, anything can happen because Vegas had Notre Dame at minus 800 last week to make the playoff on Saturday night. So, and that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that though? About why they decided to flip their choice?
It's simple. It really is. For them, when you put them side by side, and listen, it was talked about all week, and we talked about it, and we said it, and was said here, where if you put them side by side, there is no way in hell that you can put two teams with the exact same record when you looked at the teams they played, okay? Because the thing was, every team that they played, Miami beat that team, and listen, Notre Dame fans made a post where, yeah, Carson Beck threw late to Malachi Toney to extend that lead against Pitt to make the win look bigger. Pitt scored a touchdown in the first quarter. They didn't do shit after that. And Notre Dame dominated Pitt as well. Both were on the road. They both played at Pitt. and they both dominated that game. The only reason Carson Beck threw late there was because I believe Pitt called maybe a timeout or something stupid happened, and where they said, fuck it, we're going to throw it. But other than that, the game was over, right? But still, at the end of the day, head-to-head has to mean something when the two teams have the same record. That's the thing. Like Texas had 3 losses. If it would have come down to Vanderbilt and Texas side by side, even with their 3 losses, they would have taken Texas over Vanderbilt. And I think in the final rankings, they might have put Texas above Vanderbilt because of head-to-head. Like everyone wants to talk about how bad the losses were, but when it's head-to-head, there is just, it doesn't matter if it was week 1 or week 12. You still lost to that team, and you ended up with the same amount of losses. And BYU, people crying about BYU, they lost the same team twice. The games weren't even close. Their best win was Utah. So when you look at Miami also had, I believe, 4-0 against the top 25 in teams that they played that were ranked at the time, which was Florida State, South Florida, Notre Dame, and Pitt, right? They were 4-0. Their strength of schedule, but it's just the head-to-head. It is that simple. It is literally that simple. And BYU getting their ass kicked is why they were eliminated. BYU would have been in that game. It would have been easy for the committee to say, BYU's in. We don't have shit to worry about with Notre Dame and Miami because BYU was in that game and we can leave them in. BYU wasn't in that game after the first 20 minutes. It was over. So that was the thing. And people can keep crying and why Bama got in and yada, 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 because it all reverts to that. Well, BYU, you didn't hold the same standards for BYU than you did with Bama. Bama still beat one of the 2 best teams in the country. So, or 3 on the road. That's the thing. So
fully agree. Do we know, like, did they come out, the committee say why they switched it? Or did they just do it and not say anything about it? I mean, the reason's obvious, but they obviously both didn't play and they just switched it around.
I think they did come out and say like the head-to-head is what they basically relied on. But what I don't understand either is Notre Dame AD having a press conference and being mad at the ACC for talking bad about Notre Dame. Like, they're going to back up Miami, who's in the ACC. Why would
football? The thing is, Notre Dame felt betrayed because they're in the ACC for everything else, but not for football.
Yeah,
so
but it still
they really want to. They should just join it for football. I mean, their schedule is basically ACC anyway. So if you're so confident, just join the ACC, win the championship, and you're in every single year.
The problem is that their ACC schedule is the shit part of the ACC. It's Syracuse, it's Stanford, it's Pittsburgh, it's NC State. It's the bottom half. It's the bottom part of it. Oh, well, Pitt was ranked. Yeah, Pitt was ranked, but are they really one of the 20 best teams in the country? No. And so, people want to make a case, oh, well, Notre Dame, the draw of Notre Dame. Listen, it's the college football playoff, and James Madison is going to have a shitload of motherfuckers up there in that disgusting city, in state of Oregon. They're going to have a shitload of people. Everyone draws for college football. Everyone's going to be watching these games at 8 p.m. Eastern time and at fucking noon Eastern time. Everyone's going to watch Tulane and Ole Miss. Everyone's going to watch. Nobody cares that Notre Dame's in or not. People are still going to watch. It's the college football playoff.
Facts.
How do you guys feel about it leaking out that I guess the playoff committee and Notre Dame agreed on a deal that no matter what, next year, if they're in the top 12, they're in?
I saw that. Gay as fuck.
I think first of all, I think that's okay, because the committee can't come out and say anything like that, right? And
but it leaked out. It leaked out, and then basically the AD. The AD.
I just went to the bathroom and something leaked out.
No, the AD.
I heard it.
The AD went on Dan Patrick and said, "Yes, we agreed on an agreement that next year, if we're in the top 12, we're in." He went out and confirmed it on live television.
Listen, to me,
he also said a lot of stupid shit.
Why would he?
To me, if he says that, I don't know who the head of the fucking committee is, who selects these people or whatever the fuck, but I fire all of them
100%.
if that was the case. Because how can we just assume that next year when you're playing your soft-ass shitty schedule again, okay, because it's going to be the same shit again, you're going to play garbage-ass team. Yeah, because, listen, if A&M doesn't go on this little run that they had playing a bunch of bad SEC teams, if they don't go on that run, Notre Dame's not in the top 12. Like, they're just not.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And you lost to them at home. against an A&M team that, to me, I don't think is very good. And Texas proved that they weren't very good. And South Carolina proved that they weren't very good either for most of that game.
Yeah.
So, and I know, and it's A&M and South Carolina. It wasn't like, oh, it's a rivalry, right? Like, you can explain the Texas game because it's in state, yada, yada, yada. The fans hate each other. The students, that they, you either choose A&M or Texas for the most part. So they all hate each other, right? It's similar. It's not crazy big, but it's big enough in the state, right? But you were getting your ass kicked by South Carolina, a team that has played bad all year long, had high expectations. They have talent, yes, but they played bad all year long. You beat an LSU team that played bad all year long. Okay. And yes, they have talent, but they played bad. They fired their fucking coaches how bad they played. So, it's just, to me, having Notre Dame in when they play nobody, and we say it all the time, it's just by default. Like, they're going to be in because they play nobody. And we assume, based on talent, that we have to rank them in the top fucking 8 every year because they recruit yada, yada, yada guys. But to me, it's not fair because their schedule sucks dick.
I found an article on it real quick. It says Notre Dame athletic director told Yahoo Sports that the school signed a memorandum of understanding with the College Football Committee, stating that the Fighting Irish would reach the college football playoff if it's ranked in the top 12 starting next year. While obviously problematic for the future of the selection process, Yahoo Sports notes Miami would have been bumped for Notre Dame if this year's scenario played out next season. The MOU only covers 12 or 14 team playoffs, according to the report. If the CFP is expanded from 7 to 9 at-large bids, then Notre Dame would be guaranteed a bid if it finishes number 13 or better in the final college football playoff rankings.
You know what would happen with that? And I'll tell you exactly what it is right now. If that happens next year, where you have the same situation, and let's not say it's Miami, let's say it's whatever, South Carolina, whatever, and they beat them head to head, and you leave that team out with the same exact record as Notre Dame, and you have this bullshit, the entire committee will get the entire, that South Carolina or whoever that team may be will sue that committee for this agreement that they supposedly have.
Yeah.
Because it will be unfair to that team that they
It's
beat
so
Notre Dame
ridiculous.
head to head,
It's-
and they will get sued, and it will cause chaos. And then it's like the legitimacy of the process. What is the
It's just-
process? Not to play Notre Dame?
It's
Like,
the
if
most
you're a-
ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. That
It's
is a
insane.
lawsuit. They should start suing now. I mean, if
Yeah.
I'm Sweet
Michigan?
James, the beard of justice, I'm going to everyone. I'm like, I'm representing you guys. We're all suing Notre Dame. I had to listen to a bunch of bullshit this morning at 3:30 a.m. Listen to Brady Quinn on why they'll never be in a conference. It's because prejudice against Catholics. I had to hear it all. Indiana has, listen, we got to move on. We've done 2 hours of college football. We haven't even hit NFL, because I could talk about this Notre Dame thing. I have facts and other shit that I would love to talk about. The story that Brady Quinn gave today, just I almost drove my truck right into a pole. It was so bad. It's just crazy.
That's how great college football is.
By the way, real
Yeah.
quick, since we're on college, before we get off college football, Sharon Moore from Michigan, he was fired from Michigan. He got arrested hours after getting fired, right?
Yeah.
And I put it in the group chat. It was probably rape, and it looks like it is an assault. And Jacob and everybody was quick to judge. Well, they deserve to fire him, and everybody was quick to assume that, oh, it's because he lost Ohio State and they suck and yada yada yada, which is not the case. But I think Michigan got an out here and firing him, because I felt like they were forced to hire him. Then Eddie, you alluded to it, I think last year, the game where he cried when Harbaugh was suspended and all that. And they were kind of forced into this hiring. And now I feel like it puts Michigan in kind of a bad spot, because who are you going to go out and get? And I'm going to throw it out there. And I don't like this, because I don't think he's a good football coach. I think he's a phenomenal offensive mind. And I think he recruits offensive talent amazing. I don't think he can recruit defense. Although, if you went to Michigan, I don't think you're going to need to recruit defense as much.
Yeah,
I think defense just flocks in, right? Like, I'm a big
100%.
defensive tackle. I'm a phenomenal defensive end. I want to go to Michigan. My lineage went to Michigan, and I think it's Lincoln Riley. I think if I'm Michigan, and with the ability that he has to recruit talent on offense, which is what Michigan's kind of always lacked with Harbaugh there, and even before, and now, I think they struggle to recruit offensive talent at the receiver position, at skill positions. And I think Lincoln Riley going in there, and I'd offer him the world if I'm Michigan. I really do, and try to get Lincoln Riley there, because I think defense there, I think recruits almost itself.
Yeah.
What do you think, Ed?
I've heard
Lincoln Riley
I've heard
to Michigan.
I've heard this before. Watch Lincoln Riley. Watch Lincoln Riley. He's going to be on the move. And I can't believe you brought it up. It does make sense. How do you leave USC and all the benefits, the jets, the Ranchos Palos Verdes, estate? You just recruited the number one class in the country, but Michigan is a top 3 job in the country, and I've heard Kalen DeBoer would leave Alabama. I've heard another high-profile college coach that is in a good spot. I forget who it was, but yeah, man, it's very possible. It sounds crazy, but Lincoln Riley, Mike Tomlin, I think that would be an amazing hire. Except Mike Tomlin doesn't want to go to college, but
Mike Tomlin struggles to have a good offense in Pittsburgh, in the NFL, where it's completely offensive driven at this point.
Yeah,
and he has struggled to have a good offense there. I think for Michigan, what is a step behind for them is on offense. And I think if you got a coach like Lincoln Riley or even Sark, who can recruit offense.
Sark was the other guy. Sark was the other name.
If I'm Michigan, I'm looking to recruit offense. And I know that's not the style of the Big Ten, yada, yada, yada. Look at Ohio State. Why are they winning? Look at Indiana, who's going to have the Heisman, right? Look at Oregon, who also plays in the Big Ten. So to me, right now at this point, and Eddie, you said it's the 3rd best job in the country, one of the 3 best. To me, if I'm Lincoln Riley, Michigan is a better job than USC is today.
It's very hard to debate that. It's extremely hard to debate that. But also, Lincoln Riley did something that hasn't been done in 20 years, and he built a wall around California. And when you do that, you don't have to. Someone said this, that at college, like pro football coaches wouldn't go to college because they didn't have the time or energy to go flying all over the country visiting kids. College football is different now. You could sit down and write checks. Hey, I'm offering you this. What are they offering you? Come here. So that shit's, NFL and college are very similar in that manner now. So
I would love to see Lincoln Riley with a good defense. I would love to see him with a good defense, because I love the way he coaches offense. And you saw it with Caleb Williams. He even performed with Miller Moss. You saw it this year. His ability to recruit playmakers all over the field. He had Zachariah Branch. He's Lemon this year. He can recruit offensive talent at Oklahoma, at USC. If he took that to Michigan, all of those guys, they wrote a check to a kid for $12 million. You don't think they're going to open their wallet to write a check to this man for $100+ million to come on over? Give this man $20 million, and he will be flying by midnight tonight.
Before we go, Eddie Money, Hawks, do you guys have a candidate for Michigan job?
I do not.
I don't either. I don't really know college coaches like that. I'm not going to get.
By the way, Will Hanley said Lincoln Riley, and Will Hanley's a longtime listener. He knows that he is the OG Aztastic coach. There is no doubt about it. He was the number one.
Yes.
He was the first crowned Aztastic head coach on this show.
And Will Hanley said earlier, but Eddie, you said Carson Beck could never raise that trophy. Yeah, I have Indiana winning. Carson Beck is never raising a trophy. It's too ugly.
Doug Sweeney said Michigan's the 18th best job. 16 SEC schools plus Ohio State.
Oh,
sorry.
wow.
19th Clemson.
Oh,
20th
wow.
Tulane, but top 25 for sure.
Oh, man. You're lucky Dude McBoob isn't here. He'd be flipping his computer. So, yeah, we've covered it. Let's get into NFL, fellas. Another good
Dude.
weekend. Some big
Huge
matchups.
weekend. Got a lot of people playing. I think every single team is playing this week. Starting off on Thursday Night Football, you got Falcons on the road heading into Tampa Bay to play the Bucks. Bucks favored by 4.5, over under 44.5.
I think Evans is playing. Guys are coming back. I'm not watching this game. That is, I mean, Baker is a turnover machine this year because of injuries. I don't give two shits about this game.
Me neither. All I gave a shit about was Drake London playing, and he's not going to play.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to be the Minnesota Vikings this week.
By the way, Panthers very close in making the playoffs. They're the same record as the Bucks. So if the Bucks drop one here, Panthers have a good matchup, and you would see them as the number 4 seed.
I don't think the Bucks drop this game. They're getting Mike Evans back. That's a huge safety blanket for Tampa. You know, and to me, Atlanta, when you watch them play without Drake London, it doesn't matter if it's Michael Penix or Kirk Cousins back there. It seems like they can't just get the ball to the other guy. I really don't. By the way, Baker only has 6 interceptions, Eddie. It just seems like it's more because he's
really,
but he's fumbling the football. He's just making bad mistakes. You know, a lot of turnover on downs, and you know, fourth and 1, and you don't get it a couple times there at midfield. There was no reason for them to lose that game last week to the Saints, and even the week before against Arizona, where the game got tight at the end. You know, Tampa Bay is underperforming for sure. They can't afford to drop this game because Carolina is on their heels, like Eddie Money said.
Yep. And then starting with a long list of 10 a.m. games on Sunday, we start with the Raiders. Raiders are playing the Eagles. Eagles are favored by 11.5, the whopping over-under of 38.5.
Oh,
dude, have you? Well,
Gino, go ahead.
Have you seen? And you know, the line was 7.5, and then some people would, you know, close at 8.5, and they kicked the field goal there at the end. You know, and somebody came out who used to play and said it. Someone sent it to me, where you know he's explaining at the end, and
it was Austin Eckler.
Yeah, so Eckler came out and said, "Listen," and when you look at when the field goal attempt technically started was with about 7 or 8 seconds, so that ball should have gone down, and there should have been time to kick it onside, and then maybe one Hail Mary throw or whatever. That's why they did it. So it's very you know, you can explain it, but and every week there's theories of this guy's throwing games, that guy's throwing games, etc. And there have been players suspended, and there was, you know, for in college, I think you had a receiver from Buffalo who ran out of bounds a couple weeks ago, and he's being investigated. And I think he might have been suspended. You had another guy get revoked on playing again because he gave somebody that his over under on yardage or whatever or points. It might have been a basketball player. So I see why people are saying it. But, you know, the football play or the football decision was to kick a field goal there. And we see it all the time. You see it every week where teams are up 10 and they have the ball with 30 seconds left. They kick a field goal and they take the lead by 13 and the line was 10.5 or whatever. You see it all the time.
Carol came out and explained it exactly like you did with the time. They thought there was going to be he was fighting for times. It's a ridiculous statement. Now let's get to the game. This is the Raider way. Raiders need the number 1 pick, and the only way to fuck that up is by winning. Here's the issue. Kenny Pickett is playing, and Kenny Pickett can make plays with his feet. You know, the Eagles are swirling down the toilet bowl. They're in disarray. The only reason I say it's possible is because it's such a Raider thing to do, to take yourself out of the number 1 or 2 spot by winning this fucking game. So
I don't know if it's this game, but it will be. I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if it's a game during the season, but this would be a hard game for us to do.
All right.
Can I ask you something real quick in Philly? Do we feel like, and I know he was bad on Monday night. I didn't watch the game. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't watch NFL this weekend because I'm disgusted by it. To be honest, I'll tell you the truth. I'm disgusted by it. It's disgusting. So I watched a lot of fucking clips, not highlights. I watched clips of guys analyzing certain shit. And is it that he's forcing the ball to AJ Brown a little too much here to get him involved? Is AJ Brown causing a little bit of a ruckus in that huddle on the sideline? Could that be the issue with Jalen Hurts? Besides the fact he's made terrible decisions, but is AJ Brown involved in those decisions where you feel like maybe he has to force him the football?
Well, if you look at the last 3 games, he has over 9 catches in all the last 3 games, and they've lost all those games. So
yeah, and he's happy with that.
And he's loving it. He's so excited. So to me, there's a correlation between forcing the ball to AJ Brown and not winning games, because it's not what you're good at. It's not your best option. And I feel like this is kind of the thing that happened with the Raiders a couple years ago with Devontae Adams. Whenever they forced the ball to Devontae Adams, they would lose games because that's not what they needed to win. And I feel like the Eagles are doing the same thing where they're forcing the ball to AJ Brown. But with their team and their formula, that's not how they win games. So I feel like there is a direct correlation between AJ Brown having 10 catches, over 100 yards, and then them not pulling it out at the end.
It's very Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs as well.
Yeah.
So you're spot on. That's an issue.
They should cover. If they don't, they have.
I don't.
Problem.
They're gonna make us all sweat this loss. No, Raiders are gonna show up.
Really?
Unfortunately,
I wouldn't doubt it.
Wow.
The Eagles are bad. The Eagles are really bad right now.
11.5 to me though did feel like a lot, because the Raiders are that good, but I feel like the Eagles are just been like that mid.
They are very mid.
Yeah.
Another low total here. We have the Browns heading into the Bears. Bears favored by 7.5. Over under 38.5.
Shador starting as he should. Played really good. That Browns defense got ran over, right, by an unexpected. Yeah. I'm interested. I don't know where I'm leaning on this game. I'm interested to see what Rafa thinks about this game.
I saw something where, you know how, and you've seen those guys. Have you seen those guys where they come out and they say, "Oh, talk when you hear a quarterback that you take this guy over," right?
Those guys at Barstool.
Yeah, but this was somebody else, and it popped up on my feed today. And
I did see that.
Shador Sanders, right? And so the names were a bunch of ass-tastic guys, really not even ass-tastic. They were just ass, right? Justin Fields, the kid from Minnesota that Jacob hates, McCarthy, and Geno Smith, right? The one that shocked me with this guy who didn't say anything is Bryce Young. You're going to tell me that you believe Shador Sanders is better than Bryce Young?
I saw that video, Rafa. I saw that video, and I know which video you're talking about. I saw that.
Are we
video.
crazy? Like the kids played okay. The kids played well, and Stefanski there. Everybody made a big deal about the 2-point conversion. I agree. I think the kid played good enough to but that to me makes zero sense. And what is the analytics? I would love to know the analytics on going for 2 on the drive before. Right, and they do it. You see it all the time in the NFL when teams are down 14.
Oh my God,
it's happened a lot this year.
They go for 2, and maybe it's just some sort of idiot in a computer who decided that was analytically correct, which is stupid because you'd rather win the game with the extra point. To me, I think it's backwards. If I'm down 14 and I go down and I score a touchdown and now I'm down 7 and I get the ball back and my offense goes down and score, guess what my offense has? Momentum. They have momentum. And so to me, when you have momentum, I'd rather go for 2 when my offense has scored 2 touchdowns in a row on back-to-back possessions. I have the defense on their heels. I'd rather walk it off with a 2 than walk it off with a conversion with an extra point, which we've seen guys miss all the time. And I'd rather have, because I have momentum. So that's me.
I think I saw Greg Olson talking about that. He said the reason is because 2 chances at 2 points is better than 1. So that's why if you fail the first one, you can still go for it. And the second one, you still end up
But
with
you're
a tie.
only tying the game. What
Yeah.
does that make sense? You're only tying the game. Why would I go for 2 twice when I don't have momentum the first time? The defense was more than likely that first drive that the team was up 14. That defense is soft. It's more of a prevent defense. The defense is soft. You have them on they're not, they're soft. So, I don't think so. By the way, real quick, I had lost my train of thought for a second before you started this game because we were talking about AJ Brown, and I'm gonna throw this dude under the bus, which is fucked up. But it's going back to the receiver, and I shouldn't say it, but he's an asshole who's a great friend of ours and Eddie's best friend. Okay,
Wow.
who sat here with me. I'm throwing it because he doesn't watch. He's a total fucking dick because he's Eddie's best friend since they were in fucking high school. He sat here with me on Saturday, and we watched a couple of games. And I'm going to tell you something that he said. He was a wide receiver. It's funny I said white, but he was a wide receiver in college. And I'm going to tell you what he said, and it shows you the egos and the mindset that these receivers have. This man sat right here in this chair, and he told me, if I had 100 yards in the game and we lost, I didn't care. AJ Brown, you listed his stats, 9+ catches, 3 games in a row. His team lost them all. He don't give a fuck. So, because this guy said it,
true.
And that's a guy who played wide receiver in college. Wasn't getting paid, might have been getting paid, but wasn't getting paid. But he said that. That was a wide receiver in college. You think these guys, they only care about themselves. I'm throwing them under the bus. I'm not going to list his name, but we know who it is.
Oh, yeah.
And he said that to me.
It's facts. That's a fact. And every freaking receiver feels that way. Convince me. You can't convince me that they don't.
By the way, and he was a wide receiver at a Division I football school in the Pac-10. Just so you know, it wasn't some guy at James Madison playing with Kirk. Gotta get that in there.
I have to
back to the Browns. He don't watch. He's Eddie's best friend and doesn't watch. Fuck up. We got to throw him out there.
Yep.
But back to the Browns and the Bears. Bears are. I mean, they're playing pretty good, right? I mean, they were in that game for a little bit.
Was it a good loss? If you could say good loss, the way they came back.
It's a good loss and not a good loss, right? Like you shouldn't be out of the game so early, and then you battle back. Was Green Bay kind of playing a little soft, maybe? But I think it's still a good loss when you look at it, right? But you immediately went from the 1 seed, I think, all the way down to the 5, right?
7.
And so I think this is
7.
a game. Oh, 7. Shit. Yeah. So this I think is a get game for them, though. I think Shedeur. I think he's going to struggle a little bit. They played a soft Titans defense. I think we're going to see a little bit more this week of Shedeur struggling, I believe.
And the more film defensive coordinators have, they could really scheme. He likes to go to his right when he likes to. We know he likes to spin and go backwards. Actually, he doesn't go right or left. But yeah, the more film they have, the tougher it is to win.
And the Bears
not to be a hit. Yeah.
Next up, we have a big divisional game. Ravens and the Bengals. Ravens are favored by 2.5 on the road, over under 52.5.
I need this game to be 3-0. I need this game to be 3-0 for fantasy purposes. I need this game to be 3-0, and the fucking total is set at 52.5. So, and it's probably going to have all of that because I'm going to lose in fantasy to fucking Lamar Jackson because he's going to go off on this weekend. The Ravens are just like, dude. I said some weeks back about Harbaugh and maybe his time being done there. And then they started peaking at the right time, and now they're not peaking anymore. And they lost a game they should have had. They needed to have. Do they get right this week? The Bengals, have been playing well. They beat the Ravens. They played last week at, what seemed to be a pretty good football game for a couple quarters on their part. So I don't know what to say here, to be honest with you. 3-0 Ravens.
Lamar has been just atrocious, man. Atrocious turnover machine. It's so bad. And what 4 weeks ago we said they could possibly make a run to the Super Bowl, and that was a great game to watch. Bengals, Burrow and Josh Allen, two great quarterbacks making play after play after play. It was like watching Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, man. It was both of those guys are terrific. But I don't know. I'm gonna say the Ravens turn it around. I hope for my fantasy purposes. Yeah,
we're expecting that. We're all expecting that. Will it happen? Probably not.
Probably not.
And then next up, I think for me personally, I think there's a pretty big line. Chargers heading into Kansas City to play the Chiefs. Chiefs favored by 5.5, over under 41.5.
You want to know what's crazy about this game? I'm gonna tell you what's crazy about that line. That this game opened at 3.5, and all of the sharp money has come in on the Chiefs. All of it. That's why the line has jumped from 3.5 to 5.5. In Vegas, I think it was at 5, like a couple hours ago. All of the sharp money is coming in on Kansas City. So, and the Chargers, last time they were on the road, I think it was against the Jags, and they're absolutely dominated.
It was bad.
They had an early victory. I think that game was in Brazil against the Chiefs. Can the Chiefs get right and get back on track this week? All of the sharps seem to think so, which is why that line has moved all the way to 5.5. And you might get even bigger money come in on Kansas City and move that line to 6. So keep an eye on that line. When a line moves like that and sharp money's there, and the last time that we saw a line like this, I think was the Texas Tech line against BYU the first time, went all the way from 10.5 to 13.5, like right before kickoff. You're seeing that here. Yeah. These sharps know something in this game. Are they right? This time, who knows? Because we've seen how bad the Chiefs have been. But at home in Arrowhead in a divisional game against the Chargers, can they get right? I think they do. And I'm going to go with the sharps on this one and say the Chiefs cover.
Eddie?
Yeah, there was a lot of freak plays in that game. They're asking Peyton Mahomes. They're asking Patrick Mahomes to do way too much. That defense isn't as good as last year. Like I said, I think how many games that Patrick Mahomes, when he leads them in rushing, it's not good. And that's what he's had to do this whole freaking season, is carry that whole entire team on his shoulders, and he had a bad game. But even, I think a 39% passer rating, the worst he's ever had, the 3 interceptions. I mean, Kelsey wasn't his fault. That's for damn sure.
Right.
They look old. That offensive line is not as good as it used to be. And it looks like it's deteriorating fast, Rafa. Like things are getting bad fast. I'm curious to see if they do lose this game, where I feel like they're going to panic and how they're going to rebuild this.
Everyone's coming out and talking about, Andy Reid may retire all of a sudden, because 3 weeks ago they were favored to win the AFC still, right? And we saw that, and they weren't playing well, and they were the favorites. Now all of a sudden we go from 3 weeks later, a couple losses to the Cowboys and whoever they lost to last week, I don't remember. And so was it the Texans, right? The Texans, who are one of the best defenses in the league. So we'll see. You're right. They're too many holes, right? We always know there's a hole at wide receiver. Worthy and Rice, how good are they really? Kelsey's just aging. At this point, he looks not great, right? So, but I'm gonna go with the sharps here. I'm gonna go with the sharps and go with the Chiefs.
I heard something today. I don't know who said it. That Mahomes should finish out in the next 2 years. You're going to see him in Dallas. And I thought,
not far fetched.
Make a lot of. Did you see that?
Yeah. I saw it. Yeah. Hometown.
I forgot who said it, but yeah, thought that was interesting. We'll just put it out there.
Right. Next up, I have game of the week here. We got Bills versus the Patriots. Bills are favored by 1.5 on the road, over under 50.5.
I love that line because it tells you that Vegas thinks that the fucking Bills are 4 points better than the New England Patriots. It tells you that the New England Patriots are frauds. It tells you that the New England Patriots are last year's Washington Redskins.
Bro, I've been saying this.
You've been saying it, and it tells you that they are, and Rocha's not going to like it because, and listen, Drake May, there is no doubt about it that him and Matthew Stafford are the two front runners for MVP. There is no doubt. There's no denying that. Do I think they're a first round exit? Yes, I believe they are. Do I think the Buffalo Bills beat them this week? Yes, I do. Blue chip, the fucking Buffalo Bills going into New England and beating them on a fucking late field goal or a late touchdown run by Josh Allen.
I don't see that happening. I think Vegas obviously thinks the Bills are better, but I don't think they are. I think the Bills are actually not very good. I think Patriots are actually a really good team, and I just don't see a situation where the Patriots lose to the Bills, honestly. I think the Patriots are for real. I don't think they're frauds at all. I think this is a real team that can actually make it to the Super Bowl. That sounds nuts.
Is Will Campbell playing? Here's what I think about the Patriots. They're not there yet. The play of Drake May, and if you remember this game early in the season, there were some early turnovers, some weird fumbles, and this game just got away from the Bills. The one thing that worries me, Rafa, is that we haven't seen Josh Allen have 2 amazing weeks in a row. He looks like Superman and then takes a shit. Looks like Superman, takes a shit. Can he string together? Because when he looks like Superman, literally looks like Superman out there and does some incredible shit. Can he do this? After another great game last week, can he string 2 games together? Patriots, Hawks, they're going to be good. They still have holes. Is Will Campbell starting at left tackle? There's a bunch of holes.
The Bills don't. I mean, the Bills have looked garbage at times. Like they've lost to terrible teams. Like I don't think they're a great team. I think the Chiefs, Bills, and Ravens are all in the same spot right now. To me, like they're all the same team.
Listen, the last two games that the Bills have won, they've ran for over 400 yards between both games. They understand that is their strong point on offense, right? And so I think the last 2 games, they went on the road against Pittsburgh and they played Cincinnati, 2 AFC North opponents, not great defenses there, right? And they're playing a New England team that, to me, I don't think that they are a top-tier team. When I look at Buffalo, I still believe that they're going to have the best player on the field. There's no doubt about it. Josh Allen still is the best player on that field. As good as Drake May has played, Josh Allen will be the best player on the field. It will all depend on him. I think they've understood in the last 2 weeks, James Cook needs to touch it 15+. Josh needs to run it 8 to 10. And I think they're going to be able to do that.
I think we're underestimating the coaching balance in this game. I think McDermott is not a better coach than Vrabel. I think Vrabel understands he's a better schemer than McDermott, and I think you're gonna see that happen in real time in this game.
Well, we know Josh McDaniels is gonna put some shit together. We know that for sure. So that's a good point, Jacob. That's a really good point.
I think it's going to be Joshy to handle this shit.
I hope he is the MVP. I hope he is.
As expected, Rocha is furious.
Riding hard right now.
Yeah.
Matt, do me a favor. Wear that red Patriots jersey on Sunday. Rocha.
Don't you dare. That shit better be at the bottom of your dirty laundry. It should stay there, Rocha. Keep it there.
Yeah.
Boy, Rocha, he's going to send us a picture right now of that shit being buried.
Another game where we got a close line with 2 bad teams. Redskins playing the Giants. Giants are at home. Giants favored by 2.5, over under 47.5.
How's Jaden Daniels doing? How's he doing? How he doing?
I thought he was injured.
Isn't he hurt?
No, he is. He is. How he doing? Come on, man. The Redskins are garbage.
The fact that they brought
no Jaden Daniels.
He's not playing.
No, he's not playing. He's hurt.
I'm pretty sure he shut
It
down for
was-
the rest of the year.
It was irresponsible to put him back out there in the first place. Like, why?
Facts.
Why? That was ridiculous.
Garbage.
Can you see that being a problem in the future for this team?
His injury
Yes.
proneness?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Listen.
For sure.
Forget the sophomore slump with Jaden Daniels. That whole team told you it was going to be total shit. It was they went out and got all these old dudes, these old has-beens, because we made the NFC title game. Dude, get the fuck out of here, Redskins. Get the fuck out of
We
here.
need Rafa, we need to find that clip where you came out and said that they're not going to do this and do that. Put the date on there because people thought you were insane.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels needs like
But
a
also-
junior juice up or something. Some more weight on him.
New York. Let me ask you real quick. Does New York have their number one pick for next year? They own it.
Yes,
They own that pick.
I'm pretty
I mean,
confident.
for who?
You
what's
sure?
happening?
I don't
The
think so
Giants?
because they had 2 first-round picks. They traded up to get Jackson Dart, did they not?
They have the number 1 pick right now.
They who? I'm so what's happening right now? Are you talking
The
about?
Giants.
Giants have the number 1 pick right now.
Why?
Well, no, I think
Because
it goes.
they're
I think
2-11?
they do something else, right?
Okay. I'm thinking that's something different.
But do they
that's
keep
different.
their number one pick? Because if
Yeah.
their number one
Yeah,
pick
they're
is
keeping
there,
it. They're keeping it.
if they own it, then to me, I think you got to find a way to keep that and build around your rookie quarterback and your awesome wide receiver that's out for the season, and your defensive players that your younger guys that you have. So if I'm the Giants, I find any which way to lose this thing.
Bro, give the Giants like 2 years. They're gonna be a playoff team.
We'll see.
With Mike
We'll see.
Tomlin at coach?
This is a disgusting team.
That's not a hot take because I feel like the NFL is built for teams like that to be like playoff
For
teams
sure.
within a year or two.
They have.
That's what makes that
Except for the Raiders.
Oh
Everyone
yeah,
else-
besides the Raiders.
Well, we just
Everyone
have
else has a
unlimited-
fighting chance except for the Raiders.
we have unlimited ammo and just continue to shoot ourselves in the foot. So
yeah,
that's
I honestly, that's on me. That's on me.
That's on you, dog.
That's
I was
layup,
saying it.
Rafa. That was a layup.
Rafa was saying it. I was thinking it.
What's the next game, anybody?
Next game, we got the other team in New York. The Jets playing the Jags. Jags are at home, favored by 13.5 over under 41.5.
Jags a good football team, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
With-
can you say Trevor Lawrence is a good quarterback now?
No,
No. He has
that's a good football team. You could be a good football team and your quarterback not be that good.
That's facts.
That's
They're
facts.
they're a good football team.
I think he's throwing for like 58%, like something crazy bad. But
Yeah, I think he has one of the
can make
worst
a play
completion percentage as a quarterback of the
for sure.
starters.
For sure. But
Oh
that
my
defensive
God, yeah.
line is great.
He's
What is he
22nd in QBR with 47.1.
And his,
Yeah, I mean,
his
that's
completion
just a
percentage is
good-
not even 60.
It's
Yeah,
59.5, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a good football team. That's all. And he's not making many mistakes to lose them games. That's what he's doing. I'm not saying he's
Yeah.
a game manager, but he's not throwing the game away. Right. And
Yeah.
and so that's a good football team. And it seems like their defensive draft picks has kind of started to work out a little bit, right? And they're playing defense. And they were my pick to win that division. And I'm sticking with it.
What a G.
Yeah. It's a great pick.
Next game, we got the Cardinals playing the Texans. Texans favored by 9.5, over under 42.5. Texans, the best defense in the NFL. They're also getting comparisons to Legion of Boom.
That's a fucking great defense, isn't it?
Oh
Yeah,
man.
they
Best
the thing
best defensive backfield, best pass rush. Their coaching's incredible. D'Amico is doing what he did in San Francisco with that defense. If CJ Stroud could pull his head out of his ass, who knows what this team could do? You know,
He needs
because
to be.
Nico
he needs
Collins
to do-
is a stud.
And listen, Stroud. They've been able to kind of run the ball a little bit. They're playing They're playing amazing defense, right? Hunter on one end, Will
Oh my
Anderson on
God.
the other. The backfield,
So
the secondary is phenomenal, right? And the secondary is only as good as the defensive front can be. And I've always believed that. Like Darrell Revis was
Correct.
phenomenal, yes. His defensive front
Yeah.
was also very good, right? And
Yeah.
not to take anything away from Darrell Revis, but this secondary is amazing because the front four have been phenomenal. And so, which is why I picked them up in fantasy weeks ago for this very week.
Oh my god.
Oof.
Yes, throw that out there. They're probably going to be better than fucking my receivers this week. But I like Houston, and CJ Stroud needs to do a little bit of what Jacksonville's doing, with Trevor Lawrence. Don't make mistakes. Don't put your team in bad situations. Your defense is going to carry you. They need you to they're going to carry you there. You just need to cross that finish line. And I think the Texans are going to cover this week. I think they're going to win. I think they're going to win 21-7.
If you watch that Chiefs game, it looks like the Texans want to kill each player on the field. Like
every person.
Like I watched that game, like holy shit! Like every hit was like someone's gonna die on this field.
Dude, they've got to be watching fucking Legion of Boom film.
Like they had to be watching like the Saints when they were putting bounty hunters on
Bounty Gate.
Like this team is like they're physical as hell. Like I thought Rashid Rice died on that one hit.
Listen,
Rashid Rice just realized how it found to be a part of a hit and run on the other side.
Yes, I heard that.
And they've won 5 in a row. You cannot have a letdown game this week for the Texans.
No.
This is a must come out and dominate like we did last week. Don't get high on that Chiefs win because the Chiefs have 7 losses. So don't get high. Don't stay high. Don't stay on that.
Yeah.
We beat Patrick Mahomes high. It's week to week. You're 8-5. You're in the thick of the division. You're in the thick of the playoff race in the AFC. So you got to come out and dominate and assert yourself as one of the more of the elite teams in the AFC. And I think they could do it.
Yep.
Let's not forget to give Derek Stingley a ton of credit, right? When he was at LSU as a freshman, they're like, this is the best corner in the country. It gives a defensive coordinator so much freedom when we've seen it. We've seen it with Revis. We've seen it with Dion at San Francisco and Dallas. We've seen it with Woodson. When you have a corner and you could stick them on their best player on the outside, and then you could scheme from there, and which I believe that's what they're doing. It gives you so much freedom, and Stingley is playing unbelievable. So I just wanted to give him credit because it gives the DC a ton of freedom to
because you can fire 5-6 guys. You can fire 5-6 guys, no problem, because you know that guy has their best dude on lock.
Unlock.
Yep.
Oh
yeah. He's damn good.
Yeah, he is.
Moving into the second slate of games on Sunday, we got the Packers favored by 2.5 on the road against the Broncos. So it goes just to show how much Vegas thinks of the Broncos. Over under 42.5.
How big was the win for Green Bay last week, Eddie? What do you think?
It's huge. I said it like the last couple weeks. Green Bay against Detroit, Green Bay against the Bears, oldest rivalry in NFL. This was a very important 2-week stretch because a lot of people had Green Bay at the beginning being elite, being a Super Bowl favorite, and Jordan Love and the running game, and sometimes they lost their tight end, didn't look like that. And it seems that they have gotten right, and they look like the team that we all thought they were going to be. Jordan Love is playing incredible. You have receivers, Watkins, that are stepping up and playing well, and the defense is getting better, man. The defense is getting better. I'm afraid of Green Bay right now. To me, Green Bay is on a fast track, and they might be the favorites to get to the Super Bowl in the NFC, for me at least.
Definitely not.
Trending up. Listen, trending up.
Trending up, but it's still the Rams.
Trending up. They won 4 in a row. This is the part of the season, though, where we've seen in the last handful of years with Micah Parsons, where he tends to slow down a little bit, right? And that could have been the usage with Dallas, where he was used a lot more than what he's been this year, right? And it wasn't used so much at the beginning of the season because he didn't have a preseason, didn't have a training camp, didn't have preseason, so on, right? And to get right. So is he going to slow down a little bit? We'll see, and it'll be telling this week. That Denver front is phenomenal. Also, I think we have 2 really good defenses. I like the under in this game. I would lean towards the under in this one. Would you say it was 42.5, Eddie Money?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd go under here in this game. I like Denver to win. I like Green Bay to win this game by a field goal. I think Denver's playing it close to the vest every week, with the exception of last week. They're just always playing it close, right? And Denver's won 10 in a row now, as same as New England. I think both of those streaks get stopped this week.
And then we have an NFC.
It was only a one-score game in the first half, even with the that's wild.
Yeah.
This game, we have a NFC playoff matchup. We got the Lions on the road heading into LA to play the Rams. Rams favored by 5.5, over under 55.5.
Wow.
I didn't expect this line to be so big.
I didn't think five. I didn't think it was. I thought 5.5 was going to be too much.
Yeah, I agree.
I think we're going to have a big game. I think we're going to have a big game. The thing about it, both teams can score fast, and both teams can slow it down. Do we get a fast pace and then we get a slow down in the second half? Is what we're going to see here. If Gibbs can break out and get a big one, if Puka gets out and get a big one, we can have it might get out of hand for a little bit. I think the Lions keep it close though. I think the Lions keep it close. I think when you have a team as good as the Lions, and listen, the Rams have been phenomenal with the exception of that, East Coast blunder to Carolina. That offense hits on all cylinders. It feels like all the time. It's just when you have a team like Detroit that's just that talented and that good, 5.5 points is a lot of points, I think. I'm going to take Detroit with the 5.5. I think the Rams win a close one, 31-27.
I think that spread says more about the coaching difference. I think they believe Dan Campbell isn't the same coach as McVay. Because talent-wise,
he's not.
Talent-wise, these teams are almost equal. It seems like Vegas thinks McVay is a way better coach than Dan
superior.
Campbell. So I would take the Rams with the points because I think McVay's just going to out-scheme Campbell for the whole game. It's going to be an out-coaching, just disgusting performance.
Masterclass
of out-coaching.
Wow. It's going to be a great one. I think great game, best game on Sunday for sure. This might be a game of the year. I'm going to throw that out there. I think this could be a game of the year type of deal.
Potential for sure.
For sure. I think it could be listen, Detroit needs this game more than the Rams do. And Rams are at home.
100%.
They need it. They need it. They have the talent. They're a very, very capable roster. Rosters are almost equal. Rams defensively though are a better unit, but I think on offense when you match them up, I think they're both just as good.
Yeah, right now Lions are out of the playoff picture, so they need
this game bad. I don't see the Lions stopping the Rams offense once. I don't see it happening. I think the Rams put up at least 30 on this Lions defense.
On their fucking domes, mate.
It's a huge game right here. Huge game.
Huge. Next up, another huge game for the Panthers. Panthers favored by 2.5 on the road to play New Orleans. Over under 4.5. They win this game. Their playoff hopes are still massively alive. They're just waiting on a botched loss.
Blue chip the motherfucking Carolina Panthers.
I love it, baby. Let's go.
And the quarterback from New Orleans, the kid from Louisville, he played lights out last week. I mean, just lights out. Carolina coming off of a bye, young team. How can they come off of a bye? New Orleans, young team, young coach, right? Big win last week. The superior team in the division for at least the last couple of years has been Tampa Bay. You go and knock off the giant in the division, sort of say, right?
Yeah.
Which is a shit division to think that at 7-16, right? But the Saints have been the bottom feeder of that division with Carolina. Carolina is now trending up. Big win last week for New Orleans, but I think Carolina, big win, coming off a big win against the Rams, and then having the bye week, I think it kind of brought that high that they had, to brought them down. Because I think if they beat the Rams and then go into New Orleans the very next week, Bryce Young has played well. I mean, T-Mac is phenomenal. They're able to run the ball, whether it's with Dowdle or Hubbard. They've been able to do it the last handful of weeks. I think Carolina is going to beat them by 6.
I like it. I want Bryce Young to win so bad. I want Bryce Young to make the playoffs so bad. He deserves it. He's been through so much in Carolina, from basically being written off as an NFL quarterback to now being in the playoff picture. Like I'm rooting for him so hard. Like I want him to do well. So I hope they can make that playoff push.
He
Me
ain't
too.
right back.
Me too.
Damn straight. He ain't right back.
After that, we have a barn burner. Titans versus 49ers. 49ers at home favored by 12.5, over under 44.5.
Niners, blue chip the Niners. They're going to win by 20.
Where do you put the Niners in that NFC? Like, obviously, I know where they're at, like in the NFC rankings, but like,
Middle of the pack. Middle of the pack. When you look for me, when I look at the Niners, right? I think they're a middle of the pack team. Do I think they're better than Seattle? Yes, and only because they've been there before. The coaching staff, the quarterback, the running back, Warner's not playing, but the leadership. I think they've been there before. If they had to play a playoff game against Seattle, I would give the Niners the edge on coaching and quarterback alone. Not quarterback play. Quarterback being there, done that, right? That's where I give them the edge. I feel like they're right in the middle of the pack there. I don't think they're better than when we look at the NFC, I think we can definitely the Rams and Green Bay. And then from there off, I think there's a big drop off with Chicago, the Niners, even Detroit, we think should be better, and they're the outside looking in right now. I think the Niners are right in the middle. I don't put them at the top of it. I don't put them at the bottom. I think they're right in between. I think they're a little better than Seattle if they played head-to-head because of the coach, if they had to play a playoff game against each other. That's where I put them. I don't think they're one of the best teams in the NFC, but they're in the middle.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And that's where you don't want to be in the NFL, in the middle.
Except if you're the Raiders. You want to be anywhere but the bottom.
Agreed.
I would take the middle.
I would take the middle so happy.
No Diddy. I mean, my fault.
Out.
Last game.
I'll take the middle with Cassie and Diddy. I'm in the middle.
Oh.
Come on.
Yeah, brutal.
The last game of the afternoon slate. Phillip Rivers and the Colts will play the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks favored by 13.5, over under 42.5. Seahawks also have one of the best defenses in the league.
If you're Leonard Williams, Big Cat Williams, you have to be just licking your chops. I think he is going to play, Rafa. I think he is going to start.
I really
think
hope he does it.
I want him to start. I want him to start because I used to be a season ticket holder when he was on the Chargers. I've always liked Phillip Rivers. I like people like that. I like dudes that have an attitude and talk shit, and I like guys like that. And so I like Phillip Rivers. I've always liked him. Do I want him to come out and do well? Yes. Will he do well the first week? No. Does he need to go on Ozempic? Yes. I mean,
yes.
But and he said today, like, I'm not running away from people. I'm not, but he never did anyways. I don't know if you throw him in there. I don't know if you throw him in there right away. Eddie, you seem to think so. He had his
I don't
first
think
practice.
they have a choice.
Yeah, I don't know. They looked really bad in that second half. And so 13.5 is a ridiculous number. Will they be able to run the football? Is going to be the thing for the Colts. Can they run the football and slow down this what seems to be a high-powered offense in Seattle?
They better. They better.
Yeah, I think they keep it close. I think if Phillip plays, I think they keep it within 2 scores. I think they keep it within 10, and the line's 13.5. I think it's too many.
Can I
think if they send out Phillip Rivers, someone's got to be put on like a death sentence because that man might die out there.
They got to keep like a life support on site.
What do you got, Ed?
Listen, I just thought of this right now because putting Daniel Jones out there with the fractured tibia, you saw what happened. Boom, non-contact play, tears his Achilles. This man, they don't have a quarterback for next year. They have zero faith in AR-15, right? Do you trade up? Because you didn't give Daniel Jones a huge contract. It has to be, very manageable.
Right.
Do the Colts get after it and trade up and go get Mendoza or a Dante Moore, in the draft? Because you not only do do not have a quarterback now, but you don't have a quarterback in the near future, right? Daniel Jones is not going to be around almost for a whole nother season, this season and next season.
Right.
They can't do that. They don't
What
even
do you
have
think,
their
Eddie
first
Money?
round. They would have to give up a lot. They don't even have their first round of this year.
Yeah,
They're
they gave it to
Jets
for the worst
For
trade
Sauce
ever,
Gardner.
probably for Sauce Gardner.
So they would
Oh
have to give up a lot.
my God. Wow.
But Eddie, you're
Well,
right.
there goes
and,
that thought.
And
I mean, he's not wrong, but it's just
Ooh, that's not
give
good.
up a lot of their future in order to do that.
you know what's going to happen? I'll tell you what's going to happen with the Colts. Colts are going to go and get Deshaun Watson.
Oh, you bitch.
See that happening. I could really see that happen.
Yeah,
They-
and listen, you're going to have
Good
to
choice.
because
They just got Phillip Rivers.
right. No, yeah. I mean, and look at it. You had a team that was playing lights out, right? And they were playing phenomenal and lights out and all that good stuff. And then now the quarterback's out and you haven't played well the last handful of weeks, but you feel like you have a roster that was good enough to win the division and compete in the AFC. Yeah. So you have to go out and find a quarterback. Is there a quarterback to find next year? Like, do we see a free agent that you can get? No, you're going to have to go and get somebody. And what's going to be the next man up? Nobody. You can't
Mac
go and get
Jones?
That's not it.
No.
That's not impressive.
What do you mean, no?
Not impressive.
System quarterback.
Oh, man.
Not impressive.
He's a dog. He's a dog.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. All right.
All right, now going into Sunday Night Football. By the way, and looking at free agent quarterbacks, the best options would be Zach Wilson, Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Jimmy G.
Oh, yikes.
Ugh.
Russell Wilson, Mariota.
Oh.
If they want, they can sign Rodgers again.
Yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing there. There's nothing. There's nothing.
And Daniel Jones is a free agent too, so they can either re-sign him or just test somebody or stick with Riley Leonard. You never know.
There will be nothing there. You have nothing to trade. Yeah, I mean, you got to give up future first round picks, and who's doing that? For somebody, right? Like, it's just you have nothing there. You might as well bite the bullet and see if one of these quarterbacks somehow falls to the second round or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's nothing there.
Sunday Night Football. We got the Vikings heading into Dallas to play the Cowboys. Cowboys favored by 5.5. Over under 47.5.
I don't like the line.
Minnesota looked really good last week. Your boy
Against the
JJ.
trash Redskins.
Listen. It is what it is. He played well. He played well. Nine showed up. All right. I love Dallas.
9 needs to show up to a 9-5.
Did McCarthy play last week and throw 3 touchdowns? Oh my God!
Those don't count.
Oh, dude, if 9's playing, you got to take the Vikings in this spot, dude.
Oh my God, I hate you.
I hope. See, this is a hate watch for me. I will.
This is 100% hate watch.
100% hate watch.
Hate watch.
Listen, if my fantasy team still has a chance, I'll watch this game. Because if it doesn't, I'm not watching this game.
You want to hate watch McCarthy with me?
Oh, I want to hate watch so bad,
dude. Yeah, because I have 3 fantasy players in this game, so I will definitely be glued in. If I still have a chance, if Lamar doesn't go off and score fucking 3 touchdowns, which you probably
he won't. He's ass-tastic.
Yeah,
I need
5. We'll see. It's the Bengals, man. So we'll see. But
5 touchdowns.
Yeah, probably that's probably what's gonna happen. But yeah, I think I think Minnesota and 9 are gonna cover the 5.5, dude.
Oh, make me sick.
That's
Dallas needs this. Dallas needs this bad. This is a must win for Dallas. I think.
Aren't they basically out at this point?
No, dude, they're a game behind.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a game behind. They're 6-6 and 1, and the Eagles are 8-5. And I think they still play the Eagles one more time.
They do, I think.
Yeah. So Dallas, when you look at their schedule, they have the Vikings this week and at home. They get the Chargers the next week at home, and the Chargers going on the road, which they haven't been great. They go to Washington, and then they get the Giants. They actually don't have the Eagles. They've already played the Eagles twice. So
I think the hard part for them is that the Eagles' schedule is so light.
Yeah, the Eagles could go soft for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
they
I
play
mean,
the
that-
Raiders this week. They play the Raiders, Redskins, Bills, Redskins again.
Yeah, so I mean, listen, Dallas has to go 4-0. The Eagles got to go 3-1. It's all
Easy
possible.
money.
It starts this week for Dallas. So let's see how it goes. And even actually, no, the Eagles need to lose too
Two, because they have a tie.
because they have a tie.
always
So
have a
they would
tie.
need to lose too. It starts with the Raiders this week for the Cowboys. They're going to be huge Raider fans.
I'm
on
telling
Sunday
you,
morning.
man, this is
Huge Raider fans.
this is something the Raiders will do, man. You
Uh,
might see Max Crosby literally sack his own freaking quarterback. If Kenny Pickett is running down the sideline for a free for a touchdown, Max Crosby's gonna on the sideline
He's
trip
gonna
his
do the
ass,
Mike Tomlin trip.
so he doesn't
He's
score.
Jumping in. He's jumping in.
Yes,
Yes. Last game of the week. Speaking of Mike Tomlin, Monday Night Football. Miami Dolphins headed into Pittsburgh to play the Steelers. Steelers favored by 3. Over under 42.5. I kind of like the Dolphins here. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, no Achan.
Really?
Achan's out.
Oh, what?
Dude, the Achan left the game
Yeah,
last week.
I didn't watch football last week.
Rafa's so
Me
sad
neither.
about that.
Dude, did you see me?
Oh,
I picked
because he's on his fucking fantasy team. That's what
I picked up both.
That's
I
why
picked
he
up
knows
both
that.
Dolphins running backs. Ollie Gordon and Jalen Wright picked them both up. Picked them both up. Pittsburgh defense is
That's
terrible
crazy.
against the run.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
but
yes,
dude, listen, Miami's playing well. I mean, listen, they've won 4 in a row. Who would have thought this, right? That the team that we saw
They were
at the beginning of the
terrible.
season not show up for the coach because they weren't playing hard at all, right? We saw it
no.
right out the game. And now they're playing hard. They're 6-7. Still battling.
Four-game win
They're
streak.
what? They're what?
6-7.
Oh!
Baby, they're 6-7. The
I
Dolphins.
tell you, John Gruden saw it coming, but do the Pittsburgh fans, do they lay off Tomlin? Does that win against, because now they have a great percentage to make the playoffs? Does that win bring Tomlin back? Because it almost was like,
Choice. They
he
even
was
have no
out.
choice. They're stuck with him again next year.
Listen, they got Miami this week. Okay, this is the schedule for the Steelers remaining. They get the Dolphins this week, a team that's been trending up. If Achane plays, the Dolphins have a chance. I think if Achane doesn't play, I don't give the Dolphins a chance. After that, they go on the road to Detroit, a team that's hungry, that's going to need a win. They go on the road to Cleveland, okay, a team that plays them well in division, on the road, probably going to be snowing and all sorts of shit. We know how good that Cleveland defense can be at home. Judkins can run the ball. Pittsburgh Steelers defense is like 20th against the run. They're not great. And then they end the season, which will probably be a win and in situation against, if the Ravens win this week, against the Baltimore Ravens. So it is not all. This is every week for Pittsburgh, and we know every week in the NFL is a must win. This is an even bigger must win for a lot of teams this week. Pittsburgh, Detroit, Dallas, Philly. This is a huge game for Pittsburgh. These next 2 weeks are very telling for Mike Tomlin's future.
damn, we might have to watch NFL and stop playing so much golf, Rafa. This is going to be really good.
Don't pin that on me, buddy.
Don't you pin it on me, Ricky Bobby.
No, sir.
I'm watching this Laker and Spurs game. Lakers
see-
trying to make a run.
LeBron's poster.
No, I didn't. But LeBron has like 12 rebounds and 17 points. That's the perfect stat line for him, by the way. That's what we want every night from him.
But that covers everything football for this week.
Everything
Shout out to
football.
Bennett and Big Vern.
Shout out to
Appreciate you
Bennett,
coming on.
Big Vern, Hakatomi Plaza, who just likes showing us the bottom of his head.
Can we address the NBA real quick or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Yeah,
And I know Jacob's a hater. But he fucking loves it.
Is that true, Rafa?
The Oklahoma City Thunder are on a fucking run like we haven't seen in a while, right? Like the Lakers team.
Never.
No, Lakers team with Shaq and Kobe had like a great 30-game run or whatever it was, right? The Warriors team of some years past. This team is the number one team on offense, and the #1 team on defense. And I hate it because they have two guys named Williams that shouldn't even be good at basketball, but they are. Or at least one of them is really good. And they're both, I think, named Jaden Williams, Jalen Williams.
They're spelled differently, but yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this team is I mean, it's probably one of the best teams, like team-wise. They have one superstar, and then everyone else plays their role. And I think it's phenomenal. I think they're fucking the best team I've seen in probably since the 2018 Warriors.
Oh god, it's so sickening just to hear out loud. Right.
No, and it's tough. It's tough. But I'll tell you one team that I think
Derrick Rose is
beat
the
them.
greatest.
Oh yeah, Ralphie's been running with that. I'll tell you one thing. One team that I think could beat them in the West, and they have to be fully healthy, and it's the San Antonio Spurs that are playing tonight. I think fully healthy. I think they can battle the Thunder in a 7-game series because I think Wemby is phenomenal. And when they got De'Aaron Fox last year, who I think is one of the best 5-point guards in the league, and he proves it night in and night out, I think the Spurs can challenge them in a 7-game series. Because when we watched the finals last year, and I know a lot of people didn't watch, the Pacers, you felt like the Pacers, if Halliburton would have been healthy, they would have had a chance. They took them 7. This team this year, though, the Thunder are hitting on all cylinders. I think the Spurs, if they get healthy, I think they can beat the Thunder. And if they make a move for Giannis, which they have all the pieces to be able to make a move for Giannis, I think they can beat the Thunder in 7. I think they can challenge them. It maybe take them to a hard 6 games or maybe even a 7 games. I think they can beat them. But
Well,
don't fuck around with the Thunder, man.
Well, I heard Giannis is basically not. I mean, it's not confirmed, but he basically saying, "I want to go to the Knicks." Like that's where he wants to go is the Knicks. So I don't even see him going to San Antonio. But I want to believe that you're right, Rafa, that the Spurs could compete with the Thunder because I hate the Thunder. I think they're the worst team ever. Visually watching them, it's the worst team to watch visually. Like I don't think they're pleasant.
I like the way they play because it's not only SGA. They move the ball. They can shoot the 3. Dude, they defend. They can lock you down. Like, dude, they were up 40. I think they won by. I think they won by like 50.
They won by 40 something, like 46 points.
I mean, listen, it's insane. I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
there's been better teams, but the way they're winning, like I don't think Shaq and Kobe or Golden State were blowing out, sitting. Steph Curry wasn't sitting every fourth quarter like SGA is, and you know, I've said it before on the show. They will have 3 picks in the top 11 and probably the best draft in the NBA, and I can't remember how long, right?
And I don't even know who they take.
So
who do you take? What do you do?
Well, that's the thing. So you don't take 3 guys because
no, you take 1.
You don't.
But even 1, which one am I taking, and what is he going to do for me? Like I have, when you look at that team, right? You have Chet, who's a big, who can play from the outside. You have Hartenstein, who's out right now, and Jacob alluded to it before we got on. We were talking about this a little bit. They haven't played their actual starting 5 yet this season, and they're 23-1 or 24-1, whatever it is. Like it's insane, right? It's
a sickening stat.
They have their rosters built like they play defense, they can shoot the ball. Like they don't need a scoring big because they have Chet who can pull the ball out. They have Hartenstein who can rebound and put the ball back in the basket. Like they have guys who can shoot the 3. They have 3-and-D guys. Is like I feel like they have like a list of them,
like 5 of them on the bench.
Yeah, like the Lakers can pull like 2 guys from that roster that
they would start on the Lakers.
Oh, 100%, 100%. Like you know, this is one of those teams when you look at the trade deadline. Every year when the trade deadline comes around. Oh no, we need to add this guy for an expiring contract. That's a big that does this because I need that. Like this is a team that we can literally say, which is crazy to say, has 0 holes. Like there is no holes. You have guys who come off the bench who can score. Like I don't see the hole in this team right now.
Okay.
I really don't.
Time out. I understand all of that. I understand that they're a great team, that they're amazing on defense, have amazing offense, but is this not bad for the NBA like ratings wise, like that their best team is not like star powered that you want to watch them every night. Like, is that not a bad thing? Like, I think it's a bad thing for the NBA. Like the Dodgers have stars. Like the Chiefs, star-studded for the NFL. Like there's always a league that has a star team that you want to watch, and they're the best team.
SGA is
This
not a
team-
star.
No, not in a way you think. Like he's not LeBron. He's not a star you want to watch. Yes, he's
He's
a star.
not a likable star.
Yeah,
You
like,
want
he's
to? You
not-
want? Listen. He's it's not that he's not a likable star. When we watch the NBA, when we look at the guys that let's just go for the current guys, right? When you watch Curry, he does something that nobody can do. He's the best shooter of all time, right? When you watch Kobe Bryant, he was the mimic of Michael Jordan. When you watch Michael Jordan before that, he played above the rim, he played all over the place, right? And the game wasn't at the 3-point line. So, and LeBron James plays above the rim, plays everywhere, right? And so that's the thing that SGA doesn't have that one exceptional ability that drives you to watch him. Curry drives you to watch him because he can shoot the ball from 35 feet, right? LeBron drives you to watch him because he can bully anyone. Shaq drove you to watch him. Kobe drove you to watch him. Though SGA and the Thunder, what Jacob is saying is it doesn't drive you to watch them because he doesn't do something exceptional. Like tonight, everybody says he's a free throw, he's a foul monger, yada, yada, yada. The Thunder tonight shot 13 free throws. You know how many they made? 12. Yeah, good teams shoot 90% from the free throw line. That's an elite team. Fuck a good team. A good team shoots 83, 84%. This team shot 92% from the line tonight on 13 free throws, not 40, not 30. Okay, when you look at these guys' numbers, SGA was plus 43 tonight. He was 11 of 15 from the field. He missed 4 shots. Chet missed 4 shots tonight. They shot 59% from the field tonight. You know how many guys they played? All of them. Every motherfucker played tonight. Literally every guy. Every guy played a minimum of 10 minutes tonight. That's an exceptional team, Jacob. And when you look,
I agree with you, though. I agree with you.
You're thinking because it's Oklahoma City. Dude, nobody gave a fuck about Golden State before Steph Curry became elite. Nobody watched Monte Ellis and Steph Curry. But people don't even know who the fuck Monte Ellis was. Can you name that anybody on that team besides Monte Ellis and Steph Curry? Probably not.
No.
Rafa, hold on.
Baron Davis. Is that a tight end?
I have figured this whole hate watch thing out, and it just clicked into my head. Hakatomi Plaza has an ex-girlfriend that was a huge Oklahoma City Thunder fan.
No.
Now we know.
No.
Please defend
Let
me.
me jump
Eddie
in
Money.
here.
Oh,
Please
Let me
defend
jump in
me.
here because I fucking hate
Wow.
Please defend me. Eddie Money, please defend me.
Bro, I am with Jacob in every single aspect of this one too, because it's not no personal affection. It's just fuck that team. They're so annoying.
Yes, it's not just me that feels this way. A bunch of people are saying
This is how other people perceive the Dodgers.
That's not even close. You're out of your mind.
No,
That's not close.
I'm trying to relate it. I'm trying to relate it to something.
No, it's not close. It's not the same thing. It's not even close to the same team.
NBA fans are saying that this is ruining the NBA. Like, this is what they're saying.
We
It's
said
not just-
we
They're
said
saying
this
that it's
early in the
ruining the-
season. We said early
Go
in the
ahead.
season that we said it last year, right? Early in the season, and it was great at the end. It was
What was
like
great
we
at
were
the end?
all NBA. I loved it at the end. It was.
I
it was
didn't watch
freaking
one playoff
fantastic at
game
the
last year.
Neither did I.
Dude,
And I
this-
guarantee you,
That's you
everyone
guys.
was watching because they wanted to see OKC lose.
Hey, watch.
Bro,
Boom.
listen. You should take advantage and watch this team win what is going to be a ridiculous number of games. When I'm telling you ridiculous, 73-9, bro, that 73-9 Warriors team, this team might win 75 games. When you watch this team play, I'm telling you, Jacob, it is beautiful basketball.
But I feel like I'm not agreeing with you when you say that. I agree
You should
with you.
enjoy it. You should
No,
enjoy it.
I can't enjoy it because it's not fun to watch.
I hate watch the Golden State Warriors.
people are forgetting that sports is entertainment. Like, I want to be entertained watching you play.
If it's beautiful basketball, if it's good
It's not.
basketball,
It's not.
then
It's not
beautiful.
entertainment.
Let's listen. The problem that OKC is going to have, is actually embarrassing. You could go get a Giannis with those 3 picks. You could go get a Knipple, right? You tell me that 3 first, and they could have an amazing freaking 3-point shooter. They have so many options, and their issue is going to be ruining chemistry. Like, what do you do with this? The embarrassment of riches. That's going to be their issue. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
So get used to it. Just like
it's
the Dodgers got, maybe one of the best closers in the game. It's going to happen with OKC. Like, they're on the verge of getting better for the next 5-10 years.
Yeah, they're
So
all
get used to
young.
it.
They're all young, and the thing is, they're in a city that nobody, right? It's not a big city. It's so small, right?
Right.
And they have one professional team, and it's this one, and they're elite as fuck. If they want to go out tomorrow and get Giannis to pair him with SGA, they can do it. Will it ruin the team chemistry? Yes, it will.
Yep.
Because this is a basketball team. This is not the Lakers. When you watch the Lakers need these pieces because they're so bad. They're not deep. This team is deep. This team has players that are okay with playing defense, right? Like the Pistons team where they had a bunch of guys who were okay with playing defense. These guys are okay with playing defense. You go out and get a Giannis. The Lakers don't have anyone who wants to play defense. There's not one fucking guy out there that wants to play any defense, like at all. Jackson Hayes may be the only one, and he sucks. So when you
Marcus
look
Smart?
at it, can he still play defense is the question. He wants to play it, but can he? That's the thing.
Can I
He's
say
fading like a black shirt in a dryer.
Can I say a prayer real quick? I just want to say a quick prayer. Lord, if you can hear me, I just pray that the OKC Thunder win and break the record for the most wins ever, and then LeBron beats them in the Western Conference Finals, and that'll make LeBron the GOAT of all GOATs. So please, Lord, if you're listening to me, please make that happen because I would love for OKC to lose to LeBron James, the real GOAT, and LeBron will have the 2 best wins in the history of the NBA. Amen.
Amen. Amen. I'm with you. The problem is that LeBron's 41 years old. Zero fucking defense.
A man can win. A man can dream, Rafa. A man can dream.
Dude, when you look at this team, who can beat them realistically? And let's talk about the Lakers real quick. Do the Lakers go out and get Giannis? And if they do, how do they make it happen? And what happens?
Reeves is gone. If that's the case, Reeves is gone.
Dude, I'm going to tell you something. And people is going to hate on me.
Don't say it, Rafa. Please don't say it because you're wrong.
He to me, he's not worth anything more than a number 2. Like, he's a Robin. Don't think that you're going to don't go and get Austin Reeves if you're the Chicago Bulls and make him your best player, because he's not. Don't Atlanta Hawks in free agency. Don't go out and get Austin Reeves and think that he's going to score 30 every night, because he's not. Austin Reeves can never be your best player. And if the Milwaukee Bucks are calling the Lakers for Austin Reeves, send his ass a packing. No disrespect to Austin Reeves. You are not that dude. I'm sorry. You are not that guy.
That's not a crazy take. He's not. He's not that.
It is crazy because people are thinking that as we speak. People are already saying that he's a number 1 on any other team besides the Lakers.
Obviously
not certain teams, but on bad teams, he's the number 1. That's what people are saying.
Bro, he can go. There's, I don't know how many teams that he would not be the number 1 on. Like, not even close. Like, he's not number 1 on the Pistons. He's not number 1 on the Knicks. He's not number 1 on the Celtics. He's definitely not number 1 on Orlando. He could be number 1 on Toronto, but is he better than Brandon Ingram? I think not.
I think
is he number 1 in Philly? Not even fucking close. He's not even number 3 on. He's number 3 on Philly. He's number 1 in Cleveland. Not a fucking chance. He could be number 1 in Miami, but is he really better than Bam? Is he better than Wiggins? Is he better than Tyler Hero? If you gave Tyler Hero all the shots that Austin Reeves takes on those nights, no. Is he number one in Atlanta? Yes, because Trae Young to me, I think is a Temu version of Steph Curry is what he wanted to be.
He's
He would be
fantastic.
number one on Milwaukee if you traded for Giannis, right? Is he number one on Chicago? Probably. Is he number one on Charlotte? More than likely. He might be better than LaMelo, but probably not. He's number one in Brooklyn. He'd be number one in Indiana until Halliburton came back, and Siakam's number one, so that would be tough. He'd be number one in Washington, who has 3 fucking wins. Take him there. He's not number one in Portland. Okay? He's not number one. He's not number one in Portland.
In Portland.
He's not number one in Portland.
I don't know about that.
He's not number one. Portland is 9-15 and in a playoff spot right now, in a play-in game.
Okay, that's not like saying a lot. I feel
He'd be number one. He'd be number one on New Orleans.
Well,
Is he number one on New Orleans?
Yes.
He's number one in New Orleans over Zion.
Yes. Zion is terrible.
He's not number one on the Clippers. Like, to me, and the Clippers need to fire Ty Lue. I'm not going to keep saying this shit. Dude, listen. Everyone in the NBA, when given the opportunity, can score with ease. Look at Norman Powell, okay, who's in Miami,
You
by the way.
cannot compare Norman Powell and Austin Reeves.
I'll tell you what. In the last 2 minutes of the game,
Oh, God.
I want Norman Powell shooting the basketball.
This guy sounds like
Okay, but
if the March pouring the beam
Austin
at
Reeves-
Earth, I want
There is
Iguodala.
no way in
Reeves is
hell
not a
that
great
you can trade for Austin
shooter.
Reeves.
He
and give
creates
him-
He's
opportunities.
behind.
You think Austin Reeves creates enough?
He creates a lot.
You think he creates enough to lead your team and give him a max
Yeah.
contract?
He's gonna get a max contract no matter what. It doesn't matter.
Oh, he's going to get it. Timothy Mavgod got a max contract in his time. Like,
he's,
I mean,
he's gonna get it. It just depends on who's gonna give it to him.
No. There's going to be like 5 teams that are going to give it to him. Those same teams will end up being at the bottom where they were when they got him. He's not a difference maker. That he's not a number one. He's not a guy that you can say, this is who I got. Like, for the Bucks to trade for him, and they would have to take him and probably Ryu for all the salaries to match and somebody else and a bunch of draft picks. And the Bucks will be worse than what they were. He's just not that. I'm sorry. And for people to, he's averaging 30 a night. Let other guys shoot 25 or 22 times a night. You're going to see it. You're going to see these guys. Kevin Martin scored 25 points in this league. Do you even know
you,
that
you
is?
cannot. Okay, I agree with that, but you cannot compare these guys to Austin Reeves is a much better player than some of these ass-tastic turds you're naming.
Go find Kevin Martin and watch Kevin Martin and tell me that Austin Reeves is better than Kevin Martin.
He is.
Not
I'll tell you that right now.
Tyrese Maxey.
No, not even in the conversation.
Okay, yeah.
Maxey's one of the 10 best players in the league. This dude ain't even that.
I agree. I agree with that, Rafa.
Jamal Murray.
No.
I'll give Murray a little bit ahead of Austin Reeves.
A little bit.
A little bit. It's not a lot. It's not.
A little bit.
But if I'm Giannis, I want to go to the Knicks. That's where I want to go.
The problem with that Knicks deal is that Bridges signed, and I don't think they can trade Bridges until there's a date somewhere in January before the deadline.
Yeah.
Where they would that's the only way I think that works. And the only way you can get Giannis is you have to match the salaries. And I think that's the way you match.
Well,
because I don't know if you're the Knicks and you want to give up Cat. I would give up Cat.
I think
I would give up Cat.
I think the deal is for
and
Cat.
whoever else to get him, because I'd rather have Bridges, a guy who's 3 and D.
100%. I'd rather have if I'm the Knicks,
it's Bridges and Cat.
That's where I have a tough time.
And a pick.
Oh no, a pick, 10 picks. That's where I have trouble is giving up Bridges and Cat, because then I think it depletes you too much.
Yeah, because Mikal is very crucial.
The NBA has been overrated for the last handful of years, actually since LeBron went to Miami, and right before that with the Celtics and the 3 guys. It's been overrated having these 3 stars, because the Warriors made it work, because the Warriors, they had Draymond who understood the system and was respected in the system, and they respected Kerr. And when Durant went there, he understood what the deal was. You're coming here to win. Right? We're coming here to win, which is why it worked. But when you look at all these other teams that they get these 3 stars, the rest of the team is garbage.
Yeah.
Literally garbage.
Yeah.
You have 3 elite players and the rest of the guys suck dick. And that's the difference with OKC, where they don't need 3 superstars because they have 1 and everyone else can play the game. When you stack these three guys, imagine stacking Luka, Giannis, and LeBron. Who the fuck's playing defense besides Giannis? That's it. There's nobody else. You have no shooters. You have nothing. You literally have nothing. It's stupid to stack these three guys like this. It really is. Look at when the Nets had Harden, Durant, and Kyrie. Who was playing defense? Look
That
at
team was
Philadelphia.
so bad behind them. It was insane.
Philadelphia stacking guys. The Rockets, the Clippers stacking all these guys that are really good by themselves. They're really good with two guys. You need 1 to 2 guys and an elite roster around you. It only worked in Golden State because Kevin Durant went to a 73-win team understanding what the main objective was. He understood it, okay? And at that time, Kevin Durant couldn't do that afterwards. He went to Brooklyn and chose those guys, and he couldn't do shit. He understood that. He went to Phoenix with Booker. They couldn't do shit. They understood. It worked in Golden State because they all understood it. They understood what the problem was. The thing was to beat who? The motherfucking GOAT, baby.
That's damn right.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
It's a circle,
Damn right.
and it all
That's
gets back to
enough of
It
that.
all comes
What a
back
way.
to my glorious King LeBron James.
What a way to
Woo!
end it.
Oh my god.
Say it,
Yeah,
Edward.
I
Say
think
it.
Jacob is blocking my signal, so these two guys could freaking glaze on LeBron. It's just horrible. Well, guys, episode 162 in the books. I will make a video. We're gonna do a Christmas giveaway. I'll make a video. Shit, I don't know. Soon. It's busy couple days coming up. But thanks for everybody joining us. Thanks to Bennett, Big Vern. Thank you guys. We'll see you soon. Any last words, anybody? Don't say LeBron
Nada.
King.
I
All
could
right,
say it,
guys.
but I won't.
All right.
Peace.
See you guys.